Welcome back. And some people had been checking on me privately and wondering, was I okay? And of course, you know that I am. I'm just sitting here. Of course, thank you for loving me and supporting me and donating um, for my security fund, my defense fund, to get everything together. And before I go deeper, let me also mention to you this lady, Shannon, has still been calling my phone from a private number. She just did it about 20 minutes ago. She did it last night. She did it the day Thursday, when she was told to get off the property and leave me alone. She called and I said, hello. She said, you a dead bitch. And I just started laughing and hung up. That was Thursday. She called last night. I had a friend of mine on the phone. I answered so they could hear the person, and it sounded like the person was like, "Yeah, and your mama named Pat, and you come outside, bitch. I'm waiting for you outside, bitch." Like it was not a man, but like it was a woman, but they were trying to alter their voice from the same private phone. I mean, this shit is really, really messed up. And then she set up a new YouTube page today. She's been making videos calling me a liar and jealous and obsessed with her all morning long. When she was outside, and it really blew my mind because the next door neighbor, they're the two that helped set me up for murder. They set me up for her to assault me and murder me because the husband that's on the walker and handicap, his name, I looked this all up, we got this last night. His name is Wendell Halsell. His wife is named Sheraill Halsell. Wendell is 66 years old and handicapped. Sheraill just turned 58 in July. That's the lady that you saw with her on Thursday when the police came here. And I cannot believe she did it. I'm very, very hurt by this because I have not done anything to this lady or her husband. They have been starting arguments with me, repeatedly parking in my parking space when they know it doesn't matter if I have a car or not. This property belongs to me. That I have two parking spaces out there. They're using one of my parking spaces, and then we'll have their friends and maintenance people parking the other. Sheraill, it was even like 6 months ago, had sitting right there on the porch, had her son park his truck in my parking space without knocking on the door and asking me, could he do it? I open the door. He's washing his truck parked in my parking space. And then I said, you're going to have to get out of my parking space. What she says is, tell her that you're my son. I said, I don't give a fuck whose son you is because I have no problem with your mother, but I don't like her husband. And he doesn't like me. And he's told a lot of lies and created a lot of problems between me and my ex because him and my ex used to talk. And I know he used to call him and tell him shit about me and make up shit and say I had niggas in the house when I never did. And my ex would call me and ask me, just like he asked me, did I have some roosters out in the front? I have some chickens. I said, yes, I do. I'm not going to cut them or have them outside as pets. I know that I can't do that, but I can take them in the house. But I had them and I dropped them off, letting them get some air and use the bathroom. They were in cages. They weren't running around doing anything. He called and told. And I said, yeah, I'm not breaking the law because I'm not doing anything without them outside. I know I cannot have a little barn, which is what I would like to do, to have some animals and have my own eggs. They said I couldn't do that. So I was just temporarily letting them breathe and get settled. And then I brought them in the house. He was doing it. And that's how I know he gave Shannon the phone number. So I told him so she could hear it. Because your husband doesn't like me and because I don't like him, to avoid problems, you're going to have to move out of my space. I came back out. He was still in my space. I said, I have repeatedly asked you. I said, I own this property. Herman does not own this property anymore. Now, if you want to test it, what I'm going to do right now is call the police and I will file a complaint. I know I'm in the right. You are on my property. I have repeatedly asked you to leave. I'm not going to ask you anymore. You either get out of it now or I'm going to call the police and then they can look it up and see who really owns it. I'm not a tenant anymore. I'm not a renter. It just seemed like y'all just want to test my gangster. You just don't want to believe that. And when they were doing it before, because I was a tenant and my ex let you do it, well, he's no longer the owner. He gave it to me. If you want to get on hold to avoid me calling the police on you, you can look at the tax assessor's office. Because I'm not going to back down. You're going to get off of my motherfucking property one way or another. So he gets in at that point. So I'm like, we can do it however you want to do it. Because I'm going to win. He goes across the street where you see Shannon's car was Saturday. He parks over there and watches his car. I'm like, this didn't even have to be. You can't. How this lady going to tell her son that he can park in my shit and watch his shit and tell him you're my son? And see, at first, let me tell you something. I never sit up and trash this lady and argue with this lady, but it's common knowledge I don't like her husband. It's common knowledge her husband don't like me. Because of the dirty shit he's done. But this is what's really breaking my heart. I never did nothing to her. I never talked about her and trash talked them, did nothing to her husband. But this is what you all didn't know that my assistant knew. I told her privately because I wasn't going to discuss it. I just told her to leave me alone. I was going to bow out gracefully. As you know, at first, I didn't even tell y'all everything I told y'all. I kept asking her to leave me alone. And what y'all didn't know was she was calling me names and said she was going to murder me. She going to send me where Nipsey at. And that she was coming Tuesday night, November the 7th, 2023, to do it as soon as she clock out. Because she was threatening me while she's on the clock at the company that she works at. I get it kind of mixed up. Can you put the name in here, baby? My assistant. Can you put in here, sweetheart? It's what? First Health, Health First. What is the company? They have a lot of clinics here in Atlanta, Georgia. And they have a president, a vice president that's over the whole southern region or southeastern region. And then they have a headquarters in New Jersey, and they're constantly expanding from state to state. And they had the vice president to call me. So she gets on there today and says that I'm lying. She was not fired. She still got the job, and she got another job making better money. So I didn't hurt her. She's not cursed. She's protected, but it's clear that you're not. See, this is a thing that bothers me. All these people that accuse me of doing voodoo and being a devil worshiper, you made me one. Because all of y'all, this lady next door has talked to me. This was around 2010, 2011, bragging that she playing gospel music. She loved God. She's a Christian. God protect her. While you lighting a goddamn black candle, I'm watching you do it and saying you doing spiritual work. Your husband ain't gonna keep mistreating you. You know, ain't nobody gonna do that to you. You sit here quietly and pray over him and pray to control him. You doing these spells on the low. You got a reader that work with you on the low. They're helping you do magic on him. But you love Jesus. They shout hallelujah and praise Jesus in a minute. Shannon claims she's a Christian, but now she says she a Muslim. So you both be praying 5 times a day. But 5 times a day you have threatened me and come over here. It's amazing how she can drive and got plenty gas in her car and walk around my parking lot and move her big stinking sloth looking at Mr. Snuffleupagus looking ass. That's who she looked, just like Mr. Mr. Snuffleupagus, goddammit. Slopping around, hopping around that long ass goddamn shit filled up stomach. Got bagged up shit and a caked up intestine with shit hanging all down in them, crusted up and hard up in them. Mr. Snuffleupagus, and then looking like a big goddamn pregnant kangaroo with that fat ass pouch and the fat long damn stomach. Then yes, she work at the John Creek location. What's the name of that clinic that she work at? Yeah, with them lazy looking Restore First Health. She worked for Restore First Health. IRA FH. You can look it up. They got it. You think I'm lying? Go to restorefirst.health.com and you see one of their offices is in Johns Creek. That's what she was working at. Got a 470 phone number. You know, this is what this bitch deserved because 2-3 days ago, she was doing videos. Y'all screenshot and sent to me, giving out my address and my phone number, telling people to call and put on my phone to come to my house. So it's only fair that I return the favor because what I'm saying about you is true. You really worked there. I say worked because I know they escorted you out of that office. She's saying today, I'm lying. Nobody fired her. What we asked her is, don't you work here? Wasn't this the office you were at? And it's the phone, because what she didn't know was when she was saying, one thing I do know, you won't speak to a manager at this office today because the first point of entry is through me at this telephone at the front desk. You will not get through. And when I first called, I said, "What? Good morning, bitch." Good morning, bitch. Nah, 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 Do not be rude to me and threaten to hang up. You know you are from the South. You were born in Atlanta. And what we are taught when we get up out the bed and greet our parents or whoever's taking care of us, we are taught to say good morning. They send us to the bathroom, wash your face, brush your teeth, piss, shit, whatever you're going to do. They wash you up and put your clothes on. We say good morning down south. Good morning. And I said, good morning, bitch. Well, good morning. Not want to hang up. Stop calling my job. No. Why won't you do the southern thing? Tell me good morning back. I found you. Now, this is what I want you to do. We got two options here because I know where you are. I know it's you because I'm on the phone with you and you know it's me. You said, Alexis, stop calling. So that meant the whole time I called you from 8:30, I started calling every 2 minutes. I want this horse so bad. I called her from 8 to 10 Thursday morning. I called 8:30, 8:32, 8:34, 8:36, 8:30, 8:38, 8:40, 8:42, 8:44. 8:46. I did it every 2 minutes because I knew that you were watching the caller ID and I knew you were nervous because you knew it was me. And it said they open at 9 o'clock. So when I called back at 8:58, 8:59, I'm calling at 9 o'clock. I'm wondering why you won't answer the phone, but I know why you won't because you know that I have been calling you relentlessly every 2 minutes. And I know you know it's me. Because as soon as she picked up the phone, Alexa, stop calling my job. Stop calling me. So, good morning, bitch. Good morning, bitch. But she wouldn't tell me good morning back, Auntie B. I love you, Auntie B. She wouldn't call. Why you? I don't even want to call. I forgot. Give me your name. I don't want to call you no auntie. You're not no auntie to me, baby. And you don't look like nobody auntie. I don't like that, but I know you like it, but I don't. And she wouldn't say good morning to me. So I kept calling. She slammed the phone. I hung up. I said, I'm going to give you two options. I want you to tap out. I want you to bow because you know I'm a lady. I'm a southern grown woman. And you say, oh, broke up and weak and crippled. But the way I move, everybody knows I'm not crippled. You were filming me. You were right here. You saw my body live and living color. You ain't seen nothing handicapped and fucked up on me, bitch. You know, you talking about I got a fat ass stomach. Yep, I wear my stomach trainer. I sleep in it. Like I told y'all when I first started, I knew I had a little extra pounds from being sick with mold and poison, not being able to walk. So I said, I'm not going to go get plastic surgery. I'm going to strengthen and shape up and honor the spirits and let y'all see all of my flaws, cellulite, little fat around the stomach. I'm going to let you see all of it, which I have. I let you see. I'm basically practically naked when I was dancing the other night to the spirits. I said, I'm gonna work down with you. I want all of you older women, but they say you old, washed up, nobody don't want you. I want you to work with me. You ain't got to do a video in public. Do it in private. And then when I get on my weight down, if I decide I want to get something done, I'm going to get it done. So y'all can see the very beginning of my progress, the middle. Y'all can see the end result. But I'm not going to try to go sneak and do that now. I don't mind being open and honest and inspiring the older women, my age and older, and just inspiring the young ones that love and support me. Y'all liked it and said you wanted it. So I don't hide anything. I even sleep with my girdle. But now, like I told you a few videos ago, I have to train my body and stop walking around my stomach sick now. I got to control all of my they shape like a eight, an infinity sign. You want to strengthen and control your stomach muscles, your bladder muscles, your vagina muscles, your anal rectal muscles, your sphincters, all that. The more you do and exercise those areas, it stops you from having incontinence problems as a woman when you get older or go through menopause and you're not treating, you're not taking your hormones, you're not replacing, you're not doing all this stuff. When women don't do that and they don't take care of their body, they have a gut and heavy bowels and have had a total hysterectomy like her. And see, I didn't want to go there, but she said that I was in vagina power. I was old and stinking and crippling, that my pussy was dried up. No, you're not in vagina power because you say you're younger than me, but you're 47 years old. You married to a man in prison that's a child molester and that's a registered sex offender, but you have not put out any documents to prove that I'm lying. You haven't shown his arrest record or he's incarcerated and what his charges are. You're in vagina power because you're 47 years old with no inside. You just have a hole. And you met him, what, 2017 when he got out in Atlanta, started fucking him. Then he got arrested again. Then he got out in 2021 and you start fucking him. And your pussy cannot hold, mold, or control his dick. And it can't control his mind. Because even though he fucking you, you're supposed to be so young and sexy. And you are built up like a damn dolphin mixed with a damn salmon seal. A goddamn pregnant kangaroo, stomach long down and built up like foghorn leghorn. What I said, boy, I said, what I said. You built up just like that damn male rooster on that cartoon, foghorn leghorn. But you got vagina power. And they want to see all that. That's one reason why you were trying to get a BBL before he get out of jail. Because he already told you had gotten bigger and goddamn it out of control. And then I looked when she turned around, like her ass, her booty got a lot of knots and dents and lumps all in it. Looked like it stank. Like all around her waist and shit, got a butt that shaped up like it stank. Anytime I see a woman with a whole bunch of dents and knots all in their ass, it's got a lot of fat meat around it, a lot of cellulite, and their ass go up, meet the top of their flank area and go all around the stomach and down in the leg, they got a mental problem. Anybody that ass shaped up like they got a mental problem. Because, but you fucking a nigga that's in love with you and you love with him, you couldn't even control him. Your pussy not that good. Your pussy not magic. It's a hole. As soon as he got out, you moved down to Louisiana and left your two children up here because you knew the parole officer or probation officer was not going to let him be around your children living in the same house because he's a goddamn sex offender and he refused to register. He meets a dark-skinned woman with saying you crazy because you think cause you light-skinned and you got wet, straight wavy hair that he wasn't going to leave you with your crooked teeth ass. Because the way you get to talking, you can see that annoying teeth sticking out in the front, the bottom of your mouth. And the way see, one of my friends that's a doctor told me that deal with psych patients told me I shouldn't trust you because you had a salamander-shaped mouth. And that your mouth looked like it was made and molded around for a lot of dicks to suck. Said you like a dick sucker. And the way your teeth were shaped and the one was sticking out the bottom of your mouth, you a gossip, you two-faced bitch, you a hating bitch, and you a dick sucker. Said the way your mouth shaped up and the way she opened her mouth, and I seen it on the picture. I said, you look just, but I ain't say why. I said, you look just like your grandmama, and your mouth is shaped like your grandmama. You don't look like your mother. You like your grandmama. That same mouth, man, and it's long like that, but her grandmother didn't look like that by the mouth. Even though it was shaped like hers, her mouth looked like a suckerfish mouth. A suckerfish mouth with some crooked teeth at the bottom, really went too straight at the top. And her way her mouth shape looked like a liar. And that she likes to do the Pied Piper on people thing. Like she put her mouth on people thing and then walking and don't get no money. And it infuriated her because she bragging to me how she can suck a lot of good dick. But she sucked this man thing. And because she light-skinned it, got some curly hair, she feel like that's enough. Your light skin and your curly hair, but you was one of the most ugliest red bitches I have seen. Ugly, red, funny built because you got an ugly mouth. You're not that cute of a bitch. You think you are because you red. See, that's they bad at doing that down here in the South. But see, I know niggas don't do it to her because I don't see no niggas chasing her like that. She being light-skinned and have some curly hair ain't enough for you to pass. Especially when you dealing with ballers and high-profile niggas and in the entertainment. Ain't no niggas checking for this motherfucker like that, man. And she thought because she was red, I know because she said it to me. And because her hair straight and got some curl to it, and she got some Mexican in her bloodline, that she wasn't no bitch darker than her was going to be able to get this nigga's attention. Because she clearly thought that was what he was hung on. But he showed her different because he started fucking a younger woman. And she kept saying the lady, she ugly, she black. Well, I have a picture of the woman and the lady's not ugly. She brown skin, kind of dark brown skin. She's not an ugly woman. And she's smaller than Shannon and got a better shape than Shannon, and the bitch is a money getter. Even though they saying when he beat her in the face and beat her upside her head because both of them, him, her, and Shannon were on the molly and the powder. So he getting high. She done bought him a brand new truck. No note on it. This bitch know how to goddamn get out there and get that paper. But she's also on Section 8. I respect that. She getting her benefits. I think she might have a child. I'm not sure how many. And then on the low, she getting a paper. She's willing to spoil this nigga. She even called Shannon because Shannon called me enraged and want me to do a death spell on the lady. And she said, Shannon, I love your husband and I love fucking him. And I just cannot stop fucking him. And I'm asking you, can we share him? Shannon, I'll even give you money. I'll get a house for all of us to live in. I don't even mind giving you no money and taking care of him. We could work something out because, your husband got some good dick to me. And she was like, Alexis, even though he told me he want me to accept this shit, I cannot accept it. The thought of him fucking another bitch in the rain, and then she a dark skinned bitch too. And I just started laughing. I said, wait a minute. She told you that that boy got some good thing on him, and that, can we both have him? Can I share him? Because I just cannot leave your husband alone. I got to respect that. I can only respect that. And she said, I'm not going to accept it. I told her, no, I want to stay with my husband. She wouldn't stop fucking. But what's most important, her pussy supposed to be so good and said that mine is dead. And I ain't got no vagina power. I ain't never had no nigga do me like that. He told her, I'm not leaving this girl alone. She take care of me. Even though you pay my bills and you've been there for me, I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to. And he even said it to me. When we went on a three-way like a month or so ago, he said, I'm not going to leave my husband. I'm not going to leave. I'm her husband. She married to me. I'm not going to divorce my wife, Miss Alexis. He said, but I did tell the girl that I was going to divorce my wife. He said, but I'm not going to divorce my wife. But I did tell her, let me have the time to get this out my system and do what I want to do. Yes, that's right. And the girl had been giving me money and helping to pay my legal bills because Shannon ran out of money a few months ago. The girl has also been paying his legal bills. He's still been talking to her, even though the girl has pressed charges on him. That's some of the reasons he's in there, because he was found guilty of beating her up, and Section 8 and the police went to her and told her, this is your option. You either stick with these charges and get him more time in jail, or because she tried to retract it because she in love with him, you either retract it and we take all of your Section 8 benefits. Which I kind of felt the way she hustled and get money, she could have just went on and got off for it if she really ran for her nigga. But at the same time, she knew her and Shannon was fighting, and Shannon was threatening him and telling her to leave him alone. And he said he wasn't going to divorce Shannon. So she probably didn't trust getting out Section 8 and hustling and paying his bills and waiting on him and getting the charge dropped, because he really did go upside her head. So she wouldn't drop him. She told him why. I tried. But they came back and said, if you do, you could be facing charges and we're going to take your Section 8. So he still talks to this girl as recently as like 3 weeks ago. She was trying. It's amazing. She wanted me to kill this girl. And I said, no. She said, well, can you break them up? I said, once I talk to him. And he said he was wrong. He said, I did do it. I did say it. I was open with her. I do want a child. I didn't even tell him what she said on the low. I'm not giving him no child. I don't feel like having no more goddamn children. I already got one grown at 18 and one is almost finished with school at 13. I said, why don't you tell him? I don't need it. I ain't telling him. I'm just going to say that, the blood was so bad with the fibroids, I had to get the total hysterectomy, and you did not. She asked me what to do. She never listens. She'll ask me what I say, and she also listen. I say, I will tell you, go to D Health, no, D Herbs. D Herbs is who the man to who he was with, Ernest, before he created D Health Store to throw people off to mix you up. D Herbs is in California. They've never done me wrong. They've never hurt me. I know they're very reputable. The owner, Adolph, has a lot of honor and integrity. They have their own herbalist who's never given me anything or anybody else to make them sick. I've never heard any complaints with them. They even used to advertise on the Steve Harvey show. Very well, very, very stable. Okay. I'm sorry, I accidentally pushed the wrong button. They're very stable. D Herbs have a good reputation. Was on the Steve Harvey show, advertising, very highly respected and highly recommended. I told her to call them, and they will tell you how to clean your body, detox your body, to what herbs to take. They got a kit, the fibroid formula, to dissolve all your fibroids. That way you could keep it will stop the excessive periods, and maybe you talk to your doctor about giving you an iron transfusion or blood transfusion. They will dissolve the fibroids naturally, but you got to change your diet and stop eating the junk food and the filth and the fried food and the hamburgers, french fries, all the stuff that I knew that she ate in the Wendy's drive-thru, the Zaxby's drive-thru, the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. I said, you're really going to have to get a juicer and exercise and do your vaginal cleanse and get all that mucus and shit out your bowels, your blood, your liver, and your female organs. Get that mucus out of there and dissolve the fibroids. She would not listen. She didn't want to do it. She didn't want to change her diet, but always asking me, but then doing the opposite of what I say. I said, that's how I live. That's what I do. I would never get that swell up and big. I ain't never had no fibroids. I ain't never had a hysterectomy. I ain't never gonna motherfucking have one. And I know how to avoid that. And she went and did it anyway. So I'm the one that dead pussy. I'm the one that got any vagina power. I'm the one don't nobody want me. No, you're legally married if you're legally married, because we still have not found a marriage certificate on you to prove. So show the marriage certificate so I lie about everything. She would not do that. And if you're in such vaginal power and you so young and hot and your head so fire and your pussy so hot and wet and good, why you can't use your pussy and your tongue and mouth and control your nigga and make him quit that girl? Because he wouldn't quit that girl. He still talks to her and she was still giving him money. The only reason they having a rift is because the DA and other police officers who have had problem with this man before told her, you're not going to drop the charges. If you do, we will destroy you and we will take all of your benefits and you will never be able to get anything in Louisiana again. She decided to save herself. However, he did beat her ass, I think more than one time, and beat her all in the face and upside her head. She was willing to let it go to avoid him having more time and being able to get out of prison early, even though he was going to go be with Shannon, be with his wife. But he told her, I heard, he said, I'm finna have a light-skinned bitch and I'm finna have a dark-skinned bitch. I'm finna have both of y'all hoes. He said, I don't completely trust no light-skinned bitch, no way. He said, even though I'm married to you, I'm going to keep you and I'm going to have her. I'm going to have both of you and I'm not going to leave you alone. This was like a month ago. She was so enraged, and he's been saying it for over a year. She was so enraged, she told me to go behind his back, break them up. As a matter of fact, she says today, I never paid her for spells. I would never come to her for spells. I have the cash out receipts on the time where you broke up payment and you sent money for me to do that, but I didn't try to kill that girl. I never did a death spell, but that's what you wanted. You were so enraged and you said, I'll just go behind his back. Lex, I need you to do this for me. You see this bitch keep calling me, taunting me. Now I see how she lied on me and said I'm calling, harassing her, how she was really calling, taunting me. I don't tell her what you said, but her nigga was so real with the shit and the girl was so real with the shit that I couldn't do nothing but respect that shit. I couldn't do nothing but respect the nigga pimping because both of them was taking care. And I said it to him. I said, you were honest, so I'm not mad at you. You were honest. And you told her what you wanted. And since she said no, he said, just stand back and let me do me, because I'm not going to stop fucking her and I'm not going to take her money. The girl, he moved out the apartment that Shannon had with him in 2021 in New Orleans, wouldn't get a job and pay rent, moved into the girl's house and let her take care of him. And she bought him a brand new truck. And when he got stopped, he was high and they saw he did not register that truck. And he had a driver's license issue, and they saw he had not registered as a sex offender. That's what caused him to get put back in jail. He kept getting out of stuff and then self-sabotaging, going back in. After that, I think they tried to give him another break. They sent him to the halfway house. He had to stay positive and work and stay out of trouble there. He's in the halfway house smoking spice with this damn sissy. He was in there with this white boy and somebody else. They smoking spice behind the was a parole or probation officer's back in that halfway house. I don't know what was in the spice, but he went crazy, started hollering and started climbing the walls, and he didn't know he was doing it. He hit the fire alarm. Fire alarm went off. Fire department was contacted. Water, the sprinklers come on in now. He in there so high out his mind. He hollering at somebody that ain't there. He looking around, eyes buck. It's hard for them to control him. Yeah. Yeah, Auntie B. Yeah. But I'm a liar on that. Ooh, nurse. I'm a liar. But she has not put the evidence out to prove that I'm making this up. She told me. Once they saw he did it and he in the high, they had an ambulance there and get him medical attention to calm him down. Then you know what they did? Locked him smooth the fuck back up. Hmm? This was 221. He got chances to start his life over. Because I thought at first he had been in there since he was 14. And one of my friends that support me sent me up this and now Alexis, he got out in 2017 where he was in DeKalb County or Stone Mountain, Georgia with Shannon. So they got to screw a few times. Then he went back in. Then he gets out in 221. After she done spent all this legal money and trying to get these lawyers to go down and help him get out. He got another chance to get out 2021. And then them two circumstances I told you about. The younger woman he was fucking that he moved, left Shannon in an apartment by herself to pay the bills. She was so hurt and disappointed about that. He told her, go home. Because I need to do this. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to experience. I like the way this young girl treat me. I like the way this girl taking care of me. She got a house. She got money and all that. She willing to get out and hustle for daddy. She willing to do it for daddy. She was going out hustling. I don't know what kind of scam she was pulling, but this girl getting some serious money here to spend 25,000 or more. I don't know exactly what the amount, but it was some thousands on that brand new truck. Gave it to him free and clear. I think he just had to register it or put it in his name or driver's license or something. He didn't do it. He get too busy fucking and sucking and getting high. Shannon comes back home devastated. But again, your pussy better than mine, younger than mine, hotter than mine, fatter than mine, wetter than mine. You have vaginal power. Yours is not drawed up. But your pussy do not have the special leprechaun in there with the pot of gold from that Lucky Charm cereal commercial. Because you could not control this younger nigga. He's 10 years younger than her. She only likes young men. So. You could not control him, but you're talking about me. She ain't got that lucky leprechaun pussy. You see, you're a middle-aged woman like I am. You're 47, almost 50 years old. You're not a spring chicken. You're not 18, 19 years old talking to me. You know, and she's up here lying, and then you fat as hell. And your husband already told you better clean that up because he don't like no fat ass bitch like that. Like too goddamn big like that. But hey, because you red Shan, you know. Because you light skinned it and you got some straight hair with a curl to it. But there's so many women light skinned like they got hair looks so much better than you. But you feel like this. That's I've met other ugly red bitches like that because they light skinned. They feel like everybody want them, and they got light skin, white skin privilege, and because they skin color, they fat as hell and ugly in the head. But because they light skin, I didn't talk to light skin nappy head bitches who thought because they light skin like that. Every nigga want them. Everybody want them. That's a goddamn lie. Every nigga don't want no pale face bitch. A lot of men like women with color to them and sexy. I've seen some women that this girl, even that he fucking with, look better than her, got a better booty and a better body, like from the waist down, than she do. The girl look better than her, even though the girl got some color to her. So I said and listen to this and then listen what she said about me. And then actually put her mouth, fixed her long iguana-shaped mouth to sit there and say, Alexis is jealous of me. You know, at that point, I tried to say, I nothing came out my mouth but a little bit of wind, just air. I couldn't even get no words to come out my mouth when she said that I was jealous of her. I'm looking at this here, and all this younger nigga doing is taking her money. Because if she was a type of sweet, juicy, pussy, sexy, fine country bitch that she tried to say she is, that young nigga wouldn't have been able to leave her alone. He wouldn't have risked losing that pussy. But see, he knows she's not going to divorce him anyway because she already told me she's not going to divorce him. I'm going to stand by my husband. I love my husband. Next time I need you to fix this because this bitch ain't going to take my husband. I'm going to leave my family. They don't like him and they don't like what's going on. I'm going to get by myself. I'm finna buy us a house and be my husband. Next time I just need you to understand and help me. And I'm feeling sorry for her. I don't know that she's dirty like this. And I'm trying to help her. I just didn't do a kill spell because the girl was so raw. Like I said, any woman that bold enough, goddamn it, first your husband told you that he fucking her, and I want both of you. That's one thing. The woman got her nerve up, got Shannon number. Her and Shannon were talking on the phone. And a bitch like that, they're going to say, look, she didn't even cuss her out. She said, oh, I would like for us to work this out. And I'm even willing to give you some money and buy us all a house. You had one side, I had a house, Shannon. What you need, I'll give you some money. That's how much I love your husband. She said his dick is so good to me. It's so good to me. I love your husband too. And I see why you love him. And I like fucking him so good. I just can't leave your husband alone. Excuse me, I can't let him alone. He's a sweet nigga with some sweet dick on him. And I'm willing to offer you a proposition. I said, Shannon, she offered you some money and to buy a house. And she said she'll even take care of you and him. And she started cussing, talking loud. I said, God damn, I wish somebody would do my. I said, but I ain't got no husband, no nigga, goddamn. I mean, if a woman come to me like that, and she younger, and I done had children, I ain't ready to do it no more, and I'm ready to settle down, and she'll have the baby. I told her to save her eggs. I said, Shannon, don't do this. It's not gonna work out right. Save your eggs or just get a partial hysterectomy and keep your uterus. Let them go in there now because you don't have to get a hysterectomy in this day and era. They can immobilize them, cut the blood off, and take them out while you are cleaning your body out and talking to the health specialist I told you to go to in California. She would not listen. I said, Shannon, let them get your eggs as many as they could harvest and start off freezing them. So if some of them not good, they got some to play with and get his sperm and fertilize it. They can put them in a younger donor. The girl is willing to be a donor. That way, it's not genetically hers, although she's carrying it. It'll still be a mixture of you and your husband. Oh, the bitch ain't carrying no child of mine because she gonna stop fucking him. I'll never accept it. I said, Shannon, maybe you need to think about it because you don't want to carry the baby. You see, you can kill two birds right here with one stone. And she wouldn't listen to me. And when she got out, Bishop Macbone, sir, I don't know what you're saying or what you're implying. Please make yourself clear. She wouldn't listen to me, and what I said happened. He came out, met that younger woman that is fertile and hot in her ass. And she said, I'm ready right now to give you a baby. If that's what you want. She said, Shannon, I had a baby. I said, Shannon, I really think maybe you should think about this because everybody is being honest in the relationship. She went off and it was nothing she could do to break him up. She couldn't make him leave her alone like she demanded him to do. The girl already told her, I'm not leaving him alone because I'm in love with him and I'm in love with the dick. So I got out of it. And what I told her came true. And what I'm saying to you, I said some of this on the phone with him about a month ago. And he said, that's right. I do want a child of my own. Shannon knew I want a child of my own. And now she took that opportunity from me for her to give it to me. I said, I begged her. I begged her. He said, but that is true what you said. She just held the phone and see now the opportunity is gone. But you talking about how your pussy so good and fire, yeah, and real hot and juicy. But your pussy can't control your nigga. Your money can't control your nigga. You over there lying on me, telling the nigga I done took his money and I'm not doing the work. And then you telling me you ain't got no money and I need to do it for free and a few damn saltine or Ritz crackers and a few damn candles. And because you drive over here and you use your gas and shoot the video. And see, that's amazing to me because you were telling me I'm so sick, I'm about to pass out, but I'm going to come anyway. Said she had pneumonia in the lung. The way you were screaming and hollering, don't sound like you had no pneumonia in the lung to me. The way you have driven over here 3 times this week, 3 or 4 times, you came back 2 and 3 times Tuesday night. You came over here Thursday night once they gave you an extended and permanent lunch break. and escorted you. I know because the director has no reason to lie to me and keep you on. You are a health risk to them. You are a financial liability to them. You are a liability and a damage and a blow to their reputation as a health institution. There is no way that white woman finna keep your black ass up there. And she's probably angry and she's shocked because she said, how the fuck this nigga pull this on me and get this fat nigga pull, it don't matter how light skinned you is, you still a nigga to them. Pull that shit on me, and we use the top background specialists and PIs, and the bitch came back clean. Now I know what your dirty, thieving, scamming bitch you are. You probably got one of them LPN or what that CPN. You got a number and you talking to somebody that's a scammer, and they done use somebody dead social security number and change the spelling of your name a couple of ways here and there, got you a fake damn security number with your name attached to it, and they made sure the way they hooked it up or with that number you got, it will line up with anybody check it. You know it got a few days to hold. You went in that interview and gave them people that damn social security number and with that CPN or whatever else you did, so that when that PI check it within a few days or a couple of weeks of the whole, you knew that you were going to pass and nothing was going to come back on you because it's a dummy account, and you know they wouldn't see the real background like what I told that lady. All them arrests, all that shoplifting, all them thefts, all that eviction. 3 times you got arrested for stealing that doctor pad trying to procure controlled substances under fraudulent pretenses. And you got locked up in 2020, 2021 out in DeKalb County, Georgia. That lady was gasping, baby, gagging and gasping, baby. As I'm telling that white lady this shit, she's sitting there, she said, oh, then she would just get quiet. She said, you know what? This just doesn't seem real. This is like a movie. I saw her on the video screaming your name, walking up and down the street saying how she was going to assault you and the text, and I said I got all of that, and she said I cannot believe, and she was working for me. I said, ma'am, she was in your office doing it while she was collecting money from you on the phone every hour. I said, then I have been calling her, tormenting her all day now since 7 o'clock in the morning. I said, and she told me, this is one thing I know, Alexis. I control the phone. So they clearly done gave her a position at that phone at the front desk where nobody answers the phone but her. So you got to think about it like this. Just like my doctor friend told me when she diagnosed her. She told me months ago to back up from this whole. She said, Alexis, you have to understand, because I'm a doctor and I deal with psych patients all day. She has a medical problem. She's like, she's bipolar, like she's dissociative reality. She needs to be psychologically evaluated and put on medication immediately. She says she's tweaking. Her eyes are buck, rolling around. She goes from being calm and then go into a rage the next minute. So she's shaking like she's either on drugs right now or she needs some. She's in withdrawal. She said the way she's looking, you could tell this lady is very emotionally unhinged, psychologically unstable, and living in a false reality. She said, do not ever become friends with this lady no more. Leave this lady alone, since she has a lot of rage towards you and a lot of pent up rage that you have nothing to do with. Because I haven't known her that long and I ain't did nothing to her, but you can see the rage in her. And how much rage she has towards me and wanting, like she said, to murder me and take my life. And I haven't even done anything to this woman. She's saying I'm nothing. And one thing she said, and this is another reason I'm doing this to her ass. You're a scary bitch and you know you scared of me, Alexis. I said, I know that I'm not, but you can come over here and prove it. And because you said it, I'll never ever help you again in life. I won't do a spell. I won't take a dime. And you, I want you to make me do it since I'm so scared of you. Because I'm telling you, as long as I breathe, I will never fuck with you again. So since I'm afraid of you, you will force me to do it because you said I'm afraid of you. The answer is no. I never want to see you again. Just leave me alone and that nobody will ever know what you've done. Oh no, see, you fucked over other people. I never fucked over anybody. See, what you don't know is, bitch, you have met your match. I'm going to show you, Alexis. You've met your match. I'm not the one you want to fuck with. I'm going to show you. I'm on your level. And I'm going to murder you and destroy you. You will learn not to fuck with me. I'm going to come over there and I'm going to kill you. You're going to see I'm not the one to play with. She underestimated me like everybody else does. And she said that she is on my level and I done met my match. You're not on my level. You said that I am unemployed and you are no, I'm not unemployed. I'm self-employed, dear. There's a big difference. I'm not unemployed. I'm not like you. I will never look to work at somebody's front desk and I know they weren't paying you shit, especially down in Georgia, and then brag that you're employed and that you don't own any property. You live with your mother. You can't even afford to rent a one-bedroom apartment down here right now because you don't have one. You can't even buy a house. We see how your credit is looking and how your background is looking unless you do another scam. So they only got a certain amount of days to run your credit and they don't find that. But you still haven't done that. You got a high-ass car note. That car not yours because you haven't even paid it off. And I even told her, don't do that. Don't buy no new car. Go get you a used car from one of the old white folks in the country that's been one owner and got real low miles on it. Save your money and save up to put your down payment on your house that you say you can't stand your mama. So she wouldn't do that either. Now you got a car note. You say, I'm sure the insurance is high as fuck on it, that you don't own. You don't own any properties, but yet you brag that you got a job and I don't. Yeah, I do have a job working for myself and I'm in a better position than you. We're not on the same level. I'm not a renter. I don't stay with anybody. I don't have any debts. I don't have any mortgages. I have no liens. But you're on my level. You calling me dumb, stupid, old, poor, and broke. And you told my ex nigga that you knew I was his tenant and he needs to put me out because I'm fucking niggas behind his back. He said, look, I can't do anything to her. I don't know anything about that. She's not my tenant. She's not a renter. She's not anybody's tenant. I sold that to her almost 2 years ago. She owns all of that. She is not through she's not renting there through another owner. I'm not the owner. She's not renting through nobody. But I'm just like you. We're on the same level. And you're going to show me. Y'all, you just want to believe I'm nobody and nothing. They keep saying I'm nobody, I'm nothing, I'm crazy, I have a mental problem, I'm a renter, I don't have that. Y'all, these women want to believe that, and these niggas just saying that shit. And like Queen of Fools, people were tormenting me and calling on the phone and harassing me, saying the same shit. But to this day, you have not proven it, and Shannon cannot prove it. And my ex-man slash landlord has told you the same thing, which is public knowledge. If you were so smart, you just look it up. It takes you 15 minutes. Anybody can look it up in 15 minutes. I could not lie to you about something like that because it's public information. Then you pass my address out and you pass my number out. So a lot of people know where I live, so they can look it up themselves. But you said we're equals, and I'm showing you this. I'm sure you've done this to other people, baby. I'm not old and sick and crippled and scared of you. If I was scared of you, I would have never revealed the things I know and I would have never found your boss. Now, I called you politely, said, good morning, bitch. Now, you wouldn't even tell me good morning. And I'm trying to ask you, I'm trying to give you an offer like a grown woman and still a woman with Southern hospitality and class. I want to ask you to do two things, one or two things. I want to ask you to go pack your lunch box, and I want to ask you to pack your name tag and all of your things. And I'm asking you to bow out gracefully. Tell them you had to quit for whatever reason. They don't have to know. Just tell them you have to leave. Bow out gracefully because I know where you are. You either, because before, tap out, bitch. First, good morning, bitch. I'm being polite. Tap out, bitch. Because the same one that you said is scary and old and drawed up with a dried out ass and stanking all that shit. What you said and said I have to wear makeup because I look real old and I'm the one that's fat and I'm jealous of you and I want to be you. And you know that's a lie. But since you said it and I'm so terrified of you, but you were terrified to walk up on my side. You came over 3 times and you keep saying she's murdered, but you still didn't come up on the sidewalk and murder me. You think I'm crazy? I have plenty of sense. I'm on my property. Why would I leave my property and go up the street to see you at a fucking stop sign? She's the most stupidest bitch. And now I know the neighbors, Wendell, halsell, and Sheraill halsell, has talked to you. You've been talking to these people behind my back, and I didn't even do nothing to you. I'm gonna get to that momentarily. I'm trying to ask you to do the grown woman thing. Tap out gracefully, bitch. Because since you said I'm scary, I can't get it out of my pussy. You don't want to accept the fact that I have found you and I got my foot in your pussy. I'm getting ready to ass rape you today. I'm getting ready to fuck you in your pussy without the grease. And I'm getting ready to put my dick in your mouth and you're going to suck it if you don't tell me good morning, bitch, and if you don't tap out. I'm trying to give you my terms. She kept hanging it up and I said, Shannon, put your manager on the phone. You're getting ready to go today. Stop calling me. I already called the police. They're getting ready to lock you up, the police on the phone. I said, oh, even better. I'll stay on the phone. Click. She keeps hanging me up. The first ultimatum is bow out, quit right now. Go pack your shit and tell them you have to go. You're not coming back. Now, that's the ladylike thing to do, and I'll keep your secret. They won't know what I know. Or two, I'm going to ass rape you. My foot is in your asshole right now. My dick is in your pussy right now. And my other dick is in your throat. And I'm raping you in the throat while I'm ass raping you right now. I'm getting ready to ass rape you if you do not just bow out for TT, the old bitch. Bow out for the stupid, dumb, old cripple one that's so scared of you. A scared bitch would never do what I did to you. She thought she had the upper hand because she said, one thing you don't know, bitch, I control this phone and I guarantee you will not get through to nobody today. Click. And okay, so she won't listen. You see that, T-Square? She won't listen. She thinks she gets to up on me because she controls the phone. But she said she's on my level, so she thinks I'm a Looney Tune and a dumb bitch like her. Okay? She said we're on the same level, but I'm nothing like you. I'm sure you're starting to figure that out now. Everybody that's watching this is starting to figure that out because she said she was protected from me. She does magic. You're not the only one to do magic. You're doing magic with me against me with the lady next door because I know that's what she does as well. She was bragging to me how Jesus is with her and how much power she got. She told me this years ago before we fell out. Okay, when she acts like she's trying to warn me and tell me how dirty my ex is and how her husband's been talking about me. Okay, so she will not listen to my ultimatum that as a grown woman, you didn't offer me a courtesy. You talked with my neighbors and you just showed up and all three of y'all tried to have me murdered. And while her husband was on the porch laughing and watching it. So I'm going to do to you because I'm a lady like that. I'm a real Southern lady. I believe in it. I'm approaching you and I'm trying to talk to you woman to woman. And I'm telling you what I'm getting ready to do to you because you don't know that my dick is already in you. And all I got to do is get up out this chair and stand up and I'm going to walk down in your ass. And I'm like McDonald's, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. But I'm trying to do the grown woman thing here, okay? So I'm giving you two choices. So for you to hang up on me, I knew that you're going to take the latter and you're going to make me have you humiliated and degraded in front of all these white people that liked you and trusted you. How do I know? Because she got fired about 2 months ago and I did a spell for her to get another job and I told her to come over here and get a sigil she was walking around with. That's when her grandmother was dying and she refused to take my advice when I gave her an immortality elixir to heal the grandmother. I said I didn't come to the house and help you with the grandmother and do prayers over the grandmother. She refused to do it. She keeps saying I'm lying, but she knows that I told her that. And she wouldn't listen. And she said, I'm trying to find a job, Lex, please help me. They keep firing me. And she said it was because white people were racist towards her. And they kept doing dirty racist shit towards her. And they was giving her a hard time. And the lady was already, white lady giving her a hard time. The office manager, some of this job she was at. And I know now when she finally admitted it, she coming in late. She's at the job vomiting. She's at the job saying she cannot breathe. She's at the job saying she's having anxiety attack, but she don't have her anxiety meds. She don't have her migraine meds. She don't have her blood pressure meds. She don't have her antibiotics. The antibiotics are not working. She feels like she cannot breathe out of the lung. I knew all of this. I said, Shannon, no employer, because you're like a health risk to them. You're a liability to them and other employees walking around with viruses and bacteria and infections. And you say you have the flu. She just got over COVID a year or so ago. She said her grandmother was just diagnosed with COVID when she died. And so I'm saying these you're doing they're seeing you do this? She's like, yeah. And I keep going to the bathroom and they need to understand because at least I did come to work sick. I said, Shannon, that's not over time, I don't think you're a liability to them. And why do you come late? You told me to do the spells to protect you from getting fired. I cannot protect you if you go up there and you do reckless things like that. And you're arguing with the white lady up there and you saying slick shit and said that the white lady called her and the other black women there angry. Y'all just angry black females. Now I don't believe that because I don't think you could just talk to people like that on the job. I don't believe the lady said that just out the blue. Said the lady called them angry black women. No, something you said and something you did and something you didn't do. She just got on the job and was about to lose this one again. I said, Shannon, everywhere you go, you lose your job. I said, I'm not going to do any more rituals to help you when you're telling me now you're admitting what the stuff you're doing there. And she said a white lady called her in the office and told her in private, look, you got to stop coming late. Even if you're a minute late, you late. And she wrote her up and she said, help me, this lady trying to do it. This is a lady, picture this lady name. Once she admitted it, I said, I'm not touching that lady because you can't ask the spirits to help you. And no matter how much rituals you do, if you're not in the physical realm and do your best and study and work hard and whatever field you in, if you want the spirits to bless the field, then they're not going to do everything for you. You're not gonna be successful doing dirty shit at the same time and wanting good shit. I said, Shannon, get somebody else to do it because I don't. My spirits, they're not gonna do this. Even if I call Lucifer for you, it's still certain responsibilities that you require because Lucifer is a teacher. And if you ask Lucifer to do this for you and that's for you, Lucifer will create situations in your life with people and circumstances to create a whole bunch of turmoil and chaos. So you see them and you see yourself and you see where you need to strengthen yourself in certain areas. You just can't do people any kind of way and do dirty shit and then expect light or dark spirits to bless your path. It doesn't work. And once she admitted, I said, I wish you would have told me this 2 years ago because you've been getting fired ever since I knew you in 2019. And now you said it was racist white people in Georgia. Now you're admitting that it's you. So she was like, every interview she went on, she would tell me before she was going to the interview. And she would tell me, okay, this is a company, this is a family owned company, and they're smaller. And I think I have less problems. I said, what is the name and what's the address? She would give me, like, there's one thing I could say about it. She'll get a job real quick. Now I know why, but then she would always lose it. And she told me the company, she said, which one, Lex, which one? And she told me this one right here, she was picking. I said, no, you're going to have problems there. She's like, nah, I'm going to go with it because they want to hire me right now and they like me. And she comes off as very likable. She talks very soft, like she was talking to the police soft, said no. First of all, she's a witch. She do voodoo in the house. She's been stalking me. She's been harassing me. She's been harassing me on the job. She's been threatening my life. And the woman, the older woman, 58 years old, the man's wife next door, Sheraill herself, is standing there rubbing this lady big fat cat arm and looking at the police saying, shaking her head up and down. You just saw and heard. That's what hurts me so bad. I ain't never did nothing to this lady. I ain't never threatened this lady. We never almost came to a fight or nothing like that. She talks soft and sweet like Shannon. And that's why I never trust an old bitch that talks soft. You have to watch an old country bitch on top of that. An old country bitch with teeth missing that talk about they love Jesus and talk soft like that. A bitch like that will set you up to be murdered. And then stand there and say, oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. She done killed that girl. She done shot that lady over here, stabbed that lady. And oh my God. But you didn't call 911 and both of them with her pop-eyed ugly ass sitting looking like the creature from the Black Lagoon. Her and her husband watching it knowing they done talked to Shannon. See? So I'm trying to do the right thing here and not be messy and dirty like her. Them three right there, all three of them. They're gonna see all three of y'all gonna put some respect on my name, goddammit. I'm like Birdman up there with the goddamn Breakfast Club. Check. All three of y'all was in it, and all three gonna put some respect on my name. All three of y'all set me up and was in the shit. But you see, I'm still trying to do the right thing. I'm calling the bitch. She told me, I bet you won't get through. I bet you won't get booked. I said, okay. She doesn't know she's such a dumb bitch. She doesn't know I've been up all night. The spirit done gave me this fucker's name of a company and an address. I was up all night. I couldn't sleep. I wanted this motherfucker so bad I could taste her. Just like that spirit on me in the door could taste her. And I started clicking. I started just clicking it. I felt like Jason, goddamn it, in this motherfucker, and Freddy Krueger. I started clicking the blade up against the goddamn screen door. I said, come on, goddamn it, Shannon, shut up and come on. Since I'm so scary. Come on. Because that spirit that got on me, it just wanted one thing. And she wouldn't give it to it. But I'm so scared of you, and you right here. And I'm just click, come on, Shannon. Come on, Shannon. Come to the door, because the spirit was it had possessed me, and it was getting real agitated. So I'm clicking the goddamn side of the door, and I'm waiting for her to come. And I see now she was impressing the people next door. Don't ask me why they was plotting, because I don't know. All I'm telling you is I've had problems with them for years trying to take my parking space and disrespect me. And this man tried to have a sexual relationship with me when his wife was suffering with real bad lupus and was bedridden and suffering with the Barney Mac disease around 2010, 2011 when he was renovating the condo next door. Okay. And this is what I noticed. If y'all go back and look at the footage when she's confronting me and I'm telling her to come up the sidewalk and let's just get one and done. Let's get it over. Oh, but briefly, yes. She didn't know that I had been up all night and the spirit gave me the name of her place, the company she worked for. So not only did I have the phone number that she said I wasn't going to talk to nobody because I couldn't get through the phone, I'm in the website as I was speaking to her. I had been in the website all night long. And before I said anything to y'all that night, Wednesday night, I wanted to speak to them in the morning and verify. So I had her picture. I had when she had the braids in her hair talking on the video about how she wanted to run me over with her car, how I was nothing and nobody, and I was scared of her and what else she wanted to do to me and what a liar that I am. She's sitting there with the braids in her head and you can tell she has the uniform on. I take screenshots of it and then I find the website. I didn't want to say anything to them until we had verified it. The spirit done told us, so she doesn't know Thursday morning I'm in the website while you're telling me I was a dumb bitch and I wasn't going to get through on the phone and I wasn't going to talk to nobody because you was blocking it all. So at that point, I have the president, I have the vice president, and I have the board of directors, and I have all the doctors, and I have the main doctor that's at the top of the list that's not over that clinic, but works with hospitals in Atlanta. I have Riverdale, I have Decatur, I have, I think it's maybe the one in Alpharetta, and I have the one at Johns Creek, and I have identified you as the one right now on the clock answering the phone at Johns Creek. I know it's you, and I know that I got you. So once I saw that and I knew I verified it, I then start to contact other offices leaving messages. I found the Instagram, I found the Facebook, and I found the 1-800 number. I started saying, do you know, is this your employee? I know it is, even if you're saying you don't, because I know you don't know what's going on. This is where she is. This is the office that she's at, your office. This is her right here. She has your uniform on. This is her live and living color. This idiot who you need to watch very carefully, who's very violent and who's mentally unstable, taped herself bragging about how she was going to murder me and she's in front of my door. And she started doing it while she's on the clock at your establishment, calling me from your business phone. I have it in my phone. If it comes to it, You can look at my records and you can look at her records. And calling me from her cell saying you're dead. As soon as I get off, I then send the video. I said, look very closely. She's wearing your uniform because she just got off work. I started leaving this at different places where I knew the doctors, the vice president, the president are looking and listening. But I'm on your level. See, now this Scorpio Sagittarius is now on a whole nother level of relentlessness. I'm on some dumb shit. I'm all the way on some dumb shit because remember, she came out here taunting me as if I'm a rat and she's a cat. She's stalking and trying to hunt me, and you're playing these cat and mouse games. You're hiding. You're in front of an empty condominium with a whole bunch of sheetrock and carpet. Knock the walls out and tore the shit out on the inside. You're filming yourself at the top of the hill and you're saying you're in front of my door. It doesn't add up. The place is empty with all kind of debris and shit from them reconstructing the unit. And everybody knows you've seen enough video of me and where I live at. Like when the police was here, there's no trash at the end of my street, the middle of my yard, nowhere. That wasn't my house. And y'all know that wasn't my goddamn house. And she's screaming to the top of her lungs, but she knows she's at the top of the hill, at the top of the building, looking in an empty ass place. It's been empty for a few years now, and the owner hasn't done anything with it. And you're saying she's a pussy. She's a pussy, and she won't come outside and face me in the street. Nobody that has sense would walk out in the street and do that with you when I'm standing right here on my property on the porch and I'm not hiding. I'm not locked in the house. I got the door unlocked and I got it wide open and you see me. You're the one that's a pussy and that's afraid. But see, I know since you talking to that fat old handicapped nigga with next door, he's been in the military and he knows the law. He had a tow truck company while he was out here with dog towing, and he had the homeowners association give him a contract to try to control all the parking spots out here. Why? Because when I wouldn't fuck him and play the game with him, he approached me and said, you better be on my good side. It's best for you to be on my good side because see, I run everything out here and I'm going to end up buying all the units in this building. I'm going to buy all the units in this building and own this building. And they already gave me authority to, I'm the only one that can pick up tolls out here. I don't see a decal or registered decal for the year on your car. And if you don't put it on there, I will tow you. So you best to go on with me. I said, go ahead and tow it because I ain't fucking you. I ain't getting along with you. I ain't going to be friends with you. That shit don't mean anything to me. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you know, how much money you got. This nigga was in the Philippines with the military. He has no children with her. All of his children either look half white or half Philippine. I don't know why he married her because that's clearly not his type. And they've been together for 30 years. And he's fucked around on her probably every year of the goddamn 30. She was bragging to me they lived in a big old house and they got a boat and they put their boat out on the water and go fishing and they got so much money, this and that. This was a house for the children to come play in. And she said she would never live over here, but you live over here. He lost a towing contract. He lost a towing company. I don't know what happened in his life, but he was bragging about he had businesses in the Philippines, business in the United States, that he's a bossed up ass nigga and got all this money. And I said, I don't give a fuck. I still would never fuck with you. And I would never do that to your wife. I don't know your wife, but to know she's sick and that you're going around here doing this and trying to fuck people at Publix grocery store, Walmart. One of the cashiers told me he was trying to fuck her. He was hounding her and stalking her. It was so bad. She had to get the managers at Publix on Panola Road to tell him to stop coming up here trying to stalk that girl and fuck that girl in the ass. And I said, I know what you're talking about because you're trying to do it to me. I don't want anything to do with him. And I thought he was a piece of shit. This lady is almost dying. And you're saying you're so in love with her and you don't want to leave her. You just wanted somebody you could give some money and drugs, whatever they wanted. Tried to ask me that I want some coke and marijuana and how much money I wanted for him to come over here and fuck me behind his wife back until she got well. And then he would act like he didn't know me and I'm his next door neighbor because all he wants is his wife to get well, but she cannot sexually service him. So you're out doing shit like this. And I lost all respect for him. And I disrespected him. I had no respect for him because he was doing shit like that. That was when he started having an issue with me. Okay. So this has been going on, him fuck with me for a while. And then, like I said, my ex would let him parking my parking space, and I couldn't say or do anything about it. He actually going along with this shit with this guy. And then once he saw he wasn't shit, and the guy turned on him, and he gave it to me. And now he tries to disrespect me. I said, you cannot disrespect me and violate me. You cannot park in my space. Get out of my space. Um, do you see this person? My assistant said, Shannon mentioned the man said, people, what it said, Alexis, make me a moderator. Do you know who this person is? Get rid of this person. Because I don't know who this is. And did this dirty shit, to me. And I never liked her husband because of it. He never liked me. And I've never made it a secret. So what I said about him, I mean, y'all heard me right there. I said it to his face. His wife knows I don't like him. He doesn't like me and disrespect me. And we know why. That's the beginning of the problems, because I was not going to do that to his wife. I was not let him go to play and use me and playing my ass right next door to your wife. And his wife wasn't even over here at the time. She was at their house, and they clearly done lost the house because you say you're better than me. You got more money than me. A place like this, we would never move in it. That's what the wife told me. But you're moved in it. And the house you bragging about, the boats, you say he give you gold and jewelry. So basically, he pacifies you. You're more in love with him than he is with you. He fucks around on you, but because you've been with him so long and where you're going to go, I guess, at this age, you never want to leave him alone. You think you got a hell of a nigga. And you letting him buy you gifts. You was bragging about it. But you know he fuck around on you because you say he did it to you before. But even though I don't know you, I don't like to do stuff like that to women. So I didn't do it to her. But she still gets with her husband, and y'all set me up to be murdered like this. And see, I'm going to tell you another thing. What Shannon didn't know is that I was already planning to cut her off, and my assistant knew. The day, I thought it was really weird. Every time I do the videos and we're dancing outside playing the music, the lady, the next door neighbor, would always come and stand and watch us and go down there and stand by Shannon and by Shannon's car. I act like I didn't see it, cut her eye at Shannon, and walk by, but then the lady's son, the same one I said, get out of my parking space washing your car. You didn't even ask me. You think you can disrespect me because your mother said so? I don't give a fuck what your mother said. And she was listening to me. I said, because I don't like her husband doesn't like me, and to avoid confusion or any interaction between us, get out of my parking space. Because I don't bother y'all. I don't bother nobody. Why do y'all keep having your guests and friends and your children to park in my parking space? It's like you keep fucking with me, trying to provoke me. And this is the ongoing issue. But they kept disrespecting me and violating my property and my space. I said, you can't call my ex. You can't call nobody on me to make me force you to use my fucking parking space because it's my property. Get off of it. I'm not going to ask you again. I'm going to dial 911. And then we'll deal with the homeowners association when they open Monday. Because I already know I'm going to win and you're going to lose because it's mine. Get out of my parking space because y'all keep trying to create confrontations with me. And I'm in my house minding my business. This has been going on all year. They keep doing it. But that's a reason for you to try to set me up to be killed? When you're violating my property. And you built a handicap ramp bordering on my other second parking space. You're doing it to me. I'm not bothering nobody. I never have. But people always want to do that shit to me and then blame me. So I noticed and I thought it was weird. I kept it to myself. Every time I'm doing a video and I'm honoring the spirits, the lady next door walks down and she starts standing by Shannon. She cuts her eye at Shannon. I said, hey, how you doing? And I will always ask, am I disturbing you? Am I bothering you with the music? We'll turn the music down. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. Her son, who clearly doesn't like me, married to a white woman, got trimmed by a white woman, just got out of jail a few years ago himself. He had his truck parked across the street. He sat in the truck and wouldn't drive off. Shannon and her son told me he was looking over here. That was when I did the blue jumpsuit cocaine. I want to rock right now. So I'm trying to indirectly tell y'all about her ass. Y'all couldn't pick up on it. Now you know. See, I said, I just saw him walk out to the truck. He hasn't drove off. They see he's looking over here. But see, now I know she's friends with the lady next door, Sheraill Halsell, and her husband, Wendell Halsell, and the son. And I'm telling what you had said, and y'all was setting me up right then. Because you kept looking, Shannon kept looking back at him, And her son got in the back of the car and was looking back at him and said, oh, he's staring over here. And Shannon acted like she didn't know why. Okay, so the last dance I did with the red on, I really got it then. And it bothered me so bad and I act like I didn't see it. The lady came out and I said, hey, how you doing? She said, hey lady, how you doing? And I said, am I bothering you? And she was standing there watching. I said, am I bothering you? She said, no, you fine. I'm going to go anyway. She was walking across the street, I think, to get in the truck with her son. And I say, I knew, okay, I knew something was wrong because she stood at the bottom of the street right there. Shannon got out the car. Shannon wasn't playing the music, and me and her son wondered why the music stopped. Shannon came, when the lady came out the door, Shannon gets out the car and stands at the bottom of my sidewalk. And I act like I didn't see it. Shannon started looking at her. She stood right there and started looking at Shannon. And then I say, well, why don't you come dance with me? Because, we're the same age and we got to show them, that we still got it and we know how to do it. Why don't you? I invited her up in the yard. I said, come dance with me. And I sincerely meant it. And I said, well, just come for a minute and say hello and let my audience see you. Just, dance a little bit. And I was not angry at her. Even though they did what they did, I had no problems with this lady. And I meant this from my heart. I invited her to my yard from my heart. I was not talking about her to Shannon. I didn't have no reason to talk about the lady because I don't like her husband, but I don't dislike her. Me and her never had no run-ins. Even though she told me she couldn't speak to me no more, she couldn't be my friend no more. I never said nothing else bad about this bitch. And I'm opening my heart up and I'm saying, well, why don't you come and dance with me? Why don't you come in the yard and say hello to everybody? You don't have to stay long. And she's going, no, I'm good. And then she looks at Shannon and I see a little, she balled up her hand and Shannon reached her hand out and they had a little note in her hand. To this day, I never said nothing to right now. Shannon was talking to that lady, and when I was inviting her up, Shannon went looking at me and she was looking at her. Then Shannon just out the blue bent over and started laughing. So see, I'm saying that to say me and Shannon had no arguments at that point. She was already talking to them, to planning on doing some dirty shit to me then. She was talking to the lady because I was standing at the top of my sidewalk. And I wondered why she got out the car and wouldn't play the music so we could finish filming and it was getting dark. She was looking at the lady. The lady stopped. When I was talking, I said, won't you come up and hang with me for a minute? And she said, where's it going to be on YouTube? I said, yeah. She said, nah, I'll check it later. But meanwhile, she won't move. And she looking at Shannon. Then she moved towards Shannon. She took her hand out. And they had folded up a piece of paper. They passed some kind of note in their hand. And then Shannon just bent over towards the lady and started laughing. And then the lady said, okay, well, I'll see you later. And I can come up there and turn and start walking off slow. And then I said, Shannon, why are you laughing? I said, you look good for your age. Come up here, dance with me. We're not too much, our age not too much different. And then Shannon started laughing again. I said, why are you laughing? I said, she don't look young to you. And then she told me, no, she ugly as hell. And then start laughing as the lady walk away. And I'm thinking to myself, that don't add up because I just seen them put their hands, like switch past something in their hand. And I saw them giving each other eye contact. And Shannon is out of the car, not playing the music, looking at her. And they keep giving each other a code. And I'm wondering, Shannon never did that. Y'all know, y'all seen previous video. We heard her play the music and we get it over. She's outside of the car setting me up then. And I didn't say nothing to y'all. As soon as it was over, I called Mina. I said, Mina, I'm finna leave this bitch alone because I got a bad feeling that I'm in danger. I said, she is something dirty that she plotting. And I told her what I seen. She said, what? And that was the same day she got out for the lady came outside and gonna tell me to rub the side of her stomach, talking about she finna get a BBL to get all this meat off the side of her with some cool sculpt surgery, a series, because they do it in a package, but she got to get the money to pay for it, and she got to lose some more weight. They said she too big to do it now, and that she been listening to music, shaking her ass at home to get in shape. And Shannon's never said anything about dancing or playing music or having a desire to do a BBL or do videos dancing now and twerking. until this. And at this, it really bothered me. I said, something is wrong. I told Mina, I said, something is wrong. She finna set me up, and I feel like she would hurt me and do some dirty shit. I said, this is what I'm finna do, and I need you to help me. And I ordered it. I'm finna start ordering my tripod. I'm ordering another camera, figure out how to help my cell phone, whatever speaker I got, whatever stereo I need to get. I said, I'm not gonna send that to her. I'm gonna get this shit myself, and I'm finna wean away from her. I said, because I got a real bad feeling. And then that neighbor right there. And then another thing, when the neighbor walked away, I don't know, she had some yellow. I'm trying to remember. She had some light colored blue jeans on, either a yellow blue jean or some white blue jeans. And I was the way her ass shaped it bothered me in my spirit the way her ass shaped. The left side of her ass, it was kind of caved down. It had a lot of slack in her ass on the one ass cheek. And when she walked it, it was giving in. Like when she moved her foot forward, it was just a whole bunch of slack in the bottom of her ass. It was like she had a depend pamper on, like her ass had got misshaped, like she had lost a lot of pieces of her ass back there. Was on the left side, on the side where Shannon was at, and she had the jeans tight with a tight belt around the waist. And she used to be thicker than that. They had a nice shaped ass, and she would brag about her ass. Said her husband told, don't lose that ass. You can do anything, don't do that. She had a fat ass about 6 or 7 years ago. But when I seen that her ass done caved in. It was down. Her ass was long, like a piece of it. It wasn't the whole ass, like on the left side towards the hip. The ass slid down into her goddamn it leg. But it was a little piece in the middle. It had a little hump of ass right up at the top. It had a hump of ass at the top. But then when you look around the side, or like it moved into the hip, the ass had drawed in. And I said, oh, that's not a good sign. And I looked at the right ass. The right ass was caved a little bit. It was a lot of slack around the sides of her ass. Well, her ass used to be fat. And on the other right side, it was slack. It had a lot of like dented pockets in the jeans. The pockets had like dents and down in it where it was empty space around her ass. And I said, hey, wait a minute. I said, don't lose all your ass. Don't lose your booty. I said, where your booty going now? I said, what happened to your booty? I said, now you know that's against the girl code right there. I said, what, look like you kind of don't lose no more weight now, because I said it in front of her. I said it to her. I said, we got to keep ourselves up, and still let them know we can do it and keep ourselves young. I said, women don't lose no more. And she said, I just was losing weight, and it's just I can't control the way it go. It's just, slimming down. I said, don't do that no more. Let that stay right there. That was when I right after I asked her to dance, she turned her back to me, man, and started walking away. When she walked away, I seen that shit. And I said, you know what? With somebody ass shaped up like that and standing over here with Shannon, who got an oversized baby Hewitt shaped ass with a whole bunch of knots and lumps and dents all in it and cellulite pockets, and it's wrapped around her stomach and shit. I said, the way that lady ass shaped, they finna set me up to try to kill me, man. They finna do something to me because the way that lady booty is. She got death in her booty. The way her ass started drying up and sagging around on the side. I said, something wrong with this lady. And I seen death on her. And then from me seeing that in her ass, I said, they finna try to put death on me. And Mina was like, well, I ain't tell Mina about the ass shaping that I had seen. I seen a warning to the way her ass was shaped. Then I looked at Shannon's ass and all them sides and stomach. I said, both of them finna try to put some shit together on me just by the way her ass shape and the way Shannon's ass and side of her stomach shape. And I called Mina. I said, Mina, it's the way she was looking and the way she came up there and time I feel her side and her stomach. Mina, didn't I tell you a couple of weeks ago that I was getting a bad feeling? I'm finna leave her alone. I had started ordering my own equipment. Not equipment. I started ordering my own equipment. Because I said, she's going to do some dirty shit to me. And I don't feel safe. I don't want her. I said, I'm not going to let her take nothing else to me no more. I got a bad feeling. And I'm finna leave her alone and I'm going to get my own shit. I don't want her to come over here no more. Because of the way I seen that lady pass that note. She didn't know I seen it. It was a balled up piece of paper like her number. And Shannon was looking at her like, with a smirk on her face. She turned away from me. but her body was turned to the side, and I hadn't done anything to her. We didn't get into an argument, remember, until last Friday. Then it escalated this past Sunday when I would not accept her apology and I wouldn't take her back and I wouldn't do no spells and I wouldn't take no money. Look at the date on that video from dance. That was what? Around Halloween. I knew then that she was a Judas. Plus, she had did it to me before. Somebody put a comment up there, and I did not say nothing, but they said that they knew I wasn't going to agree. Said it was my fault. Shannon did this to me. This is what's not her fault because she's hurt because she wanted love and all that. Okay, first of all, Shannon lives with her mother. She lives with her grandmother. She lives with her 2 children. And she brags that she got a husband that love her and that I don't have nobody that want me. My ex don't even want me. And we know that's a goddamn lie. So that whatever a grown people do, I'm not taking responsibility for it. And the law doesn't say that in Georgia, and the police didn't say that it was my fault for what she was doing. Even though she said she didn't do nothing to me, I'm the stalker. I threatened to kill her. That she told, and this lady, I can believe, a 58-year-old lady sit up there and said that she saw and heard me do it, and I've never done it. Y'all saw and know who did what. With me taping it, and then she did her own videos. And the old woman or her husband never brought up what they seen her do to me. They petted her, they hugged on her, they rubbed on her and told her it's going to be all right. And they kept what she did to me to themselves. And they sat there and watched it. That was the most sickest thing. And I couldn't believe. Now that I really understand what happened. But see, I told y'all, that was the first time I really got it and saw it. When I taped her the other night, that's what bothers me as well. When I taped her and he was laughing and joking and saying, oh, she's scared. She said, I want the bitch. I ain't coming on that bitch property. I ain't coming in the bitch house. I'm going to threaten shit. She got spirits in the house. But this bitch is so stupid. But you don't understand. If you do that to anybody spiritual, if they're doing magic in the house and I'm doing magic in the yard, the spirits extend to the yard and the street where you are. So if they see and hear you doing something to me, you think you're safe because you do it outside and they don't see you and they don't know what you're doing and they're not going to follow you home and deal with you and make sure you get exposed and that you're cursed and you're punished for what you did to me. This is a dumb bitch. You feel like because you can do dirty shit to me and you're not in the house doing it, that you're safe because you're standing on the street. You should already see this now about what's happening to you. You're not going to get away with this. She keeps saying that I'm outside, I'm protected. And then this guy's saying she needs to come up the hill. She needs to come up the hill. And he said, oh, yeah, she's scared to come up the hill. She's scared to go up the hill, which anybody in their right mind wouldn't do that when you can get me right here. He drove all the way over to do it. She says, I'm going to shoot this bitch too. I drove all the way over from John Creek to murder this bitch. And I'm going to shoot the bitch. He said, ha ha, you going to shoot her too? Wait a minute. Don't shoot her down here by me. I don't want no bullet to hit me. Take her up the hill. This is what this man is saying. And unfortunately, I didn't get to tape that part, but he said it. And you know what? Even if I didn't get to tape the part what Wendell, halsell at 7 Tiburon Drive, Lithonia, Georgia 30038 said, you all heard him and you saw him. He was on his walker. He's never outside that late. Now it makes sense. Go back and watch the video to the end. Go to the end part when she drives away. One key point that you need to see, that the police need to see. He came outside that late at night. He was laughing and talking with her. You see how she was looking at him, talking to him. I said, you fucking know him. Y'all handicapped the same way on the same hip, the same goddamn leg, the same foot. You need to stand on the handicap ramp with him because you with this shit. I said, you know this bitch. Y'all friends. You sick this fucking bitch on me. And what you're doing could cause you criminal problems because you are inciting violence and a riot towards me. You're inciting bodily harm towards me. You're encouraging her to do it. Listen to when I said that part. He says, that's a lie. I didn't do that. I told her. But only thing he does, he protects her. When she says, I said, come on the porch. Don't go up there. Don't you do that. He says that. He says, I told her to go home. Would y'all please listen back when me and her are going back and forth and he's talking. He never told her to go home. He never tried to diffuse it. It's almost a 70-year-old man. And you see this lady came over here and is initiating it towards me. And she is saying, I came to murder this bitch. I'm going to kill this bitch tonight for the lies she told on me, my grandmother, and my Uncle Gary. I'm going to kill this bitch. I came from Johns Creek to murder her. He never said, wait a minute, you're wrong. You get your ass, I'm over here, and I'm going to call 911 and let them hear you and know what you're doing. What you're doing is wrong. Take your ass home. This man, Wendell halsell, 66 years old, that lives at 7 Tiburon Drive, Lithonia, Georgia, 30038. Him and his wife were watching this. She clearly was hiding. He was sitting on the porch and you heard him. In that video where she was threatening me, he never said, go home, leave this lady alone, and I'm going to call 911 if you don't stop. He never said it. Y'all go back and listen. And you proved me wrong. He never told her to leave and stop this. He sat there and enjoyed it and he laughed about it and he watched her. And then he said, one thing I can tell you, her ex-boyfriend Herman ain't gonna come save her because he don't fuck with her. So you ain't got to worry about that. Nobody gonna come save her. And she says, ha ha, your boyfriend don't even want you. He's married to another woman. He's not gonna come save you. Ha ha. Why would you tell her that and let her know or make her think, I'm going to watch your back while you go beat this bitch ass and kill her. And I'm not going to step in. But my ex was just standing out here and he was cursing. He was arguing with Wendell about putting the ramp on my property on the parking lot. He was cursing Wendell out, and the man that helped put him out there was cursing my ex out for me, taking up for me last week. He saw him. Wendell knows that my ex does not dislike me and would not. He was over here. He saw him. He was arguing with him when he said, you can't do her that way. And he was cursing at my ex. But then you see how stupid this bitch is. She believed anything anybody say. Just like she thought when she called him Wednesday that he was going to put me out and turn on me. And now you see this man has no authority to put me out. She knew for sure he was going to do it and he didn't. Because he can't. But even if he could, he wouldn't. He came right and called me and sent me the screenshot of her phone number. I said, yep, that's her cell phone. But he's against me. What you notice is when I confronted him and I said, you encouraged her. Y'all are in this together. Y'all know each other. And he says, that's a lie. The only way he said it was a lie was when I said, no, he said, yeah, I told her to go home. I said, sir, what you don't know is you've been on live during this whole altercation. You have been filmed on YouTube Live. You are live and a lot of people have been watching her and watching you. They have been listening to you say what you say. Nobody ever heard. I'm taping you right now. And once we play it back, you can listen to it. People are already listening to you on the live and you can listen. You never told her to go home. You never called 911 and you never threatened to call 911. Then I could hear the wheels on that walker he got. He got up after he said I was lying. And once I said, I got you on tape, I've been taping you this whole time. He got up, turned once he realized that you were taped. And he goes in the house. Go towards the end. You will see what I'm talking about. Now it makes sense. Did you notice after he gets up and he goes in the house, Shannon immediately gets in her car and she drives off. You see, all of a sudden she got quiet and she drove off because she had no more protection. She had nobody ribbing her up. But remember, I'm the pussy. I'm scared. I put it together Thursday when she got fired, like I tried to ask her to bow out gracefully. She got fired. I heard a big boom at my door. I told my friend on the phone, I said, she has thrown something else at my door. When I came in downstairs, I looked out the window. There was nobody downstairs. I opened the door. There was nobody at my door. I seen a big rock. She was sitting across the street in the car. I don't know what she thought that would do to come and sit across the street and just stare at my house. But she told Wendell and his wife Sheraill that I was coming clearly because they were waiting on her. They opened their door and they came outside and they watched her throw the rock at my door. Didn't tell the police she threw it. I told, and she admitted she did it. And the police said, well, the door's not cracked, so she didn't do any damage. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I put the camera down and I showed y'all the rock I have it. And then she's talking, the loud talking, and y'all didn't hear it because I taped it. That solidified it then that they had set me up. And that solidified, they told her, I don't know why. She felt just because they told you can come do that, we'll watch your back. And if she do something to you, we'll be the witnesses. I see, I understood that. So there was no way I'm finna walk off my property and do what I really wanted to do to this bitch because y'all would sit there and say I started and that I did it. So, and then they already told her don't walk up here, but they thought I was weak and stupid, underestimated me again. You think if you keep taunting me and calling me weak and a pussy, you actually thought that I was emotionally unstable like you? That I was going to let you provoke me to walk off of my property? Because he done told you not to, and then he told you not to go up here, but he told you to taunt me and provoke me, and she kept straight out saying, if he'll tell the truth, I'm going to murder this bitch tonight. And this nigga was laughing. And he never said, get off the property. You're wrong for what you're doing. Let me call 911. I have him. You can listen to the recording. This dirty ass, fat ass, dickhead shaped nigga never said, is it a dickhead like I could jack his head off with my ass? I could just sit on top of his head and just rock back and forth and jack his head off like a dick, like a shape like a dick. He's bald, his head shaped like motherfucking Bart Simpson. Or is that a fat ass that the top of your head is shaped like? Look like a booty head ass nigga. Like two booty cheeks up on the top of your fucking bald ass head that's jiggling around with no hair on it and some gray little pieces around the goddamn side, like your ass got gray hairs around the side of your ass and the crack of your ass. That's what his head is shaped like, a ass head up there. All you gotta do is have a slit in the top of his head, bald head, cripple. Can't fucking stand up good without your goddamn walker. And you're gonna sit there and tell this stupid bitch to come over here and take my life from me and murder me and actually believe that she was gonna do it, but the bitch didn't have the nerve to execute that shit. And he's up there as old as he is, laughing about this shit. She's scared to go up the hill. Get her up the hill and I'm just listening and I'm horrified. This shit is surreal and horrific. This man is actually, she's looking dead. So I knew they had talked. They had the phone. Like I sent a slip of paper. I knew they had been talking because she was too confident and she was too calm. And her eye contact, go back and look at the video. Her eye contact was to him. Like she's trying to approve of him or please him, or she's sucking him off. Or she's trying to get his approval like he's her daddy or something, or granddaddy. This man, old as he is. And he's laughing and said, you can't get up the hill? She's scared to go up the hill. Yeah, that bitch scared. She know I'm going to do to her. And I said, come up here and do it. Y'all ain't stupid enough, bitch. Come be, and I ain't stupid enough to go up the hill. Boss bitches do not give a fuck. When they want to get you, all they got to do is catch you in their crosshair. And that's what she said on text. It's SOS. It's smash on sight. As soon as I see you, you're a dead bitch. I'm going to send you to Nipsey tonight. You going with him tonight. As soon as I see you, it's on sight. Smash on sight. And you see me, and now you got to come up the hill. That's not what a boss bitch do. They get you where they get you. They going up in your house and going up in your shit. She's not a boss bitch. And then as soon as this nigga and his wife went out there on the porch letting you know, we here, we got you. And I let him know you've been taped this whole time. Nigga, you've been punked. I got proof you're a dirty nigga. And the police are going to hear it. They're going to see and hear what you did to me. You brought her over here and you aided and abetted her in an effort to take my life from me. We have you on video. You never told this lady to go away. You never called the police. I had to call them on myself. I had to call them for myself because you never did it as old as you are. I never did nothing to him or nobody else to justify what this man conspired with this lunatic, a coward and a lunatic to do. And it's you listen now. As soon as I let him know, I accused him. He said I was lying. I said, well, we have you on a live. You've been taped the whole time. He immediately gets up and drag that leg on that walker and take his stinking ass-shaped head ass, Humpty Dumpty head ass, booty-shaped ass head in the house. As soon as he goes in the house and closes the door, what does she do? Watch her. She gets in her car and she drives away because now she's outside with me alone. She's alone. Then gets on the YouTube the next day. Alexis is a pussy. Your leader's a pussy. Your leader's scared. But you see what she does? Because I'm continuing to engage. She automatically shuts the fuck up when he goes and closes the door. You can hear him get up and leave. She then goes in her car, cranks up, and drives away because she's outside with me alone. Now it makes sense. Now that I put it together and I thought about it. Go back and look. He left her. Him and his wife went in the house and locked the door. She then drives away. Go back and look at the end of that live. That's why she leaves and she stops threatening me because she doesn't have the heart to do to me what she keeps bragging she's gonna do. Because you see, I stayed there and kept talking in the door. She was gone. Go back and look. She was gone because they left her. So this nigga really ain't about that with you. He's not your friend. He wanted you to do that to me. But he didn't stay out there once he realized he was on tape. He left you hanging like he's going to do when this becomes legal. He left you alone. And instead of you being woman enough to do what you say you're going to do, you then leave me standing there by myself. Then gets on there and brags. She's scary. She's a pussy. She won't come outside. Why did you drive away once Wendell had said and his wife, Sheraill, had said, get up and go lock the door? Why did you stop talking shit? And why did you crank your car up and leave me alone on the porch? You left me lonely. You go back and watch it. Then you see it, game dog. She left. Let me tell you something else his wife did. When she came outside, that was within the days I told her husband didn't want her talking to me no more because he was afraid I was going to tell her what he was doing with me and the other women around here. I come outside and she said, I'm so tired of this shit. I'm tired of him. I'm putting up with him. She said, I'm going to tell you. She said, I felt so sorry for you. She said, this whole time, your ex is talking about you to my husband. There was all men. He was talking about you to all the men in the building. Say you were crazy. You act like you do on the video. You come 1 minute and you go off another. But yet this nigga kept coming in and out of my house. He couldn't leave me alone. He still can't leave me alone to this day, Shannon. And she goes, he's been talking about you. He said you was crazy. He said if you ask for anything, if you ask for any food, if you need to use a phone or anything, don't talk to her. Don't help her. Turn your back on her. And she said, I was eavesdropping and my husband was listening to it and going along with it. He was talking about me too. But now you know why he don't like me, why he was talking to me. Talking about me, but his wife didn't know, and I didn't tell her when she was telling me this. I said, thank you for confirming it. They've been talking about me and trashing me. He said, but he only trashed you to the men in the building. And we could tell he was very insecure. He didn't want nobody coming to the house but you, coming to the house but him. Even though he's crazy, he didn't want no other man around you because he's very jealous of you. He's very possessive and insecure. So he was running the men off and telling the men don't come to the door. She said, I'm sorry, but I listened to him do that to you. And I'm tired of the stuff my husband taking me through. So I'm just going to go on and tell you everything. And I apologize. And I said, it's okay. So we stood. I was getting ready to get in my car. I stopped. I talked with her. And me and her started talking. And I felt like it was a sisterhood that I never had. And she seemed like she was real down to earth and a real good person. Plus, she's from Atlanta. So I'm really feeling better because I got a female that I feel that I could talk to. And she's a few years older than me. And she didn't seem like a jealous person. We talked all day. And it was like every day We started talking the whole week. She come to my house. I couldn't come in her house, but I would knock on the door and say, "Can you come over and talk?" And she was like, "Well, I know he not helping you right now. I cook. Let me bring when I feed my husband, feed everybody. I'm gonna bring you some." And it was good too. She brought me like some steak and potatoes, and she said, "You know what? Now that I see you a good person, you not crazy in that." She said, "I got an Obama phone. I'm just gonna keep it all the way funky." She was like, "I got an Obama phone." And I said, "Girl, he left me hanging and he won't give me no money and he's just doing me dirty because I don't want to play this game no more. I found he lied about his woman and everything to me. I want to go. He's trying to jam me so I can't leave." And she didn't know. And she's like, I got some food stamp because she was real sick at the time and she was trying to get her SSI, but they give her a runaround. She said, "I'm a cook and I'm gonna bring you hungry." I said, "Yeah." She brought me some food over here and she said, "Here's my Obama phone." She said, "I don't hardly use it. It's only got a certain amount of minutes a month. You keep my phone, and they're gonna put the minutes back on. It's a free phone, and you can call me if he coming over here, somebody bothering you, and if you need to make a few phone calls." I didn't really call nobody. I called her, and I liked her, and I said, "You coming over today? Can you hang out?" She said, "Wait a minute, let me get myself situated." Her husband, I didn't know. I said, I told her. I just felt, I said, he ain't gonna let you be friends with me long. She said, "Why?" I said, "I don't know. I didn't tell her." I said, "It's just a feeling I got. I don't think he want us to be friends. And you see, I'm not crazy like him and my ex said." And she said, "I know that. I'm sorry I didn't I listened." She said, "You a good person. I like you." And I said, "I like you." And then we grabbed each other, we hugged. I said, "You feel like a sister to me. I'm not by myself." And I tell I'll show you how to juice anything you need. When she told me she was real sick, and I said, "You had the bunny mace disease. You can come over here because I know you don't want over there." She was coming over here, and we was just sitting, we was talking like all day. And she said, "Anything else you need?" When I tell you what, when I get my stamp, I'm gonna get you some groceries. And she gave me some groceries. It wasn't a lot, but she's like, "I can't let my husband know. Get the food, her, and take it in the house." And she gave me some food, and I'm just really thinking that this was a real bitch. And she sits there and says, "What you don't know is, see, we want to buy this building and we wanted your unit. You see this here?" And so I knew then the bitch really was my friend. And she was like, "Herman told us that you don't know that when December comes, he said the Christmas present he giving you is he's gonna put you out and he's gonna sell the condo to us, and that way we can knock the wall down." And I said, "Really?" So he's getting ready to put me out. She said he said he's gonna surprise you for Christmas. Your Christmas present is that he's gonna throw you out in the street and then he's gonna sell your unit to us at a discount. And so I said, "Thank you for telling me." And when she told me, it was like September, October. So I didn't have that many months before he was going to put me out and give my property to her and her husband. And I said, "So you see how dirty he did me and y'all going to buy it?" She really, like, I'm not, whatever he did to you, I'm not doing it to you. I'm just telling you now that we wanted it anyway. My husband's going to buy the whole building. I mean, and why shouldn't we take that opportunity?" And I'm like, "But you know me and you know I'm not a bad person, and you sit here and y'all plotting to have this man put me out, and you're gonna get." She's like, "But I'm telling you now, I'm warning you now." And she's like, "Because it's not up to me. My husband wants it. He wants to do it to you. He wants him to put you out. And he been telling him he was gonna do it to you." I was eavesdropping. That's how I know, because they was all men talking. He didn't tell it to me. I heard it, and I'm warning you now. And so, like this stupid bitch I've been in the past, I took it like a real G. So I said, "This is what I'm gonna do. Since you're gonna be the new owner of my unit and you've told me and they don't know that you heard it, I want you to come in." I invited her into the house, and at the time I didn't have all the furniture that I have now in here. And I said, "This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a tour of my house because I know that he's getting ready to put me out, and I know that that's what y'all want, and your husband's gonna do it. And what I want is just for you to look around and see But her husband renovated their unit. It's so beautiful over there. He had some Mexicans come in when he was trying to fuck me. They tore up the whole floor. It's got Italian marble, it's got columns. It is really pretty over there in the house. And she said, well, we're going to do the same thing over here. And I'm walking this bitch around and I'm not mad. I'm just saying it is what it is. And you could come in early. I'm going to let you come in and look around, and I'm just going to show you stuff he didn't fix, and which I know your husband going to renovate it anyway and knock the walls down. And I let her come in, and I said, sit down, and you could just relax. And we talked for a while, and she was like, yeah, he hasn't fixed it, but it doesn't matter. My husband's gonna renovate it. And I let her come in here, and because I said it's gonna be your house in a few months. And you see, that's how I handled it. I didn't get mad at her. I didn't even tell my ex. I didn't attack her. I said it's not your fault. And I'm sitting here talking to this bitch, and then this bitch goes, well, I live better than you. We would never, I would never be in a place like this. My husband, but see, this used to be a really beautiful complex when the white people lived here, and the owners, the white people, took care of it. So now it's this area is in the middle of regentrification. So I'm gonna hold on to it. And she goes, we had a big house. My husband had, I don't know how many square feet. She said she had 5,000, 10,000 square feet at their house, I indicator. And, we had a boat, and, I had a maid. I had gold, and he bought me gold. He spoiled me and took care of me. We go out on the boat. We go deep water fishing. And, I had everything I wanted. And then she said she got sick with the Barney Mac disease and the fibromyalgia, the lupus, all these problems because all her teeth fell out. And they was falling out. I said, I can help you stop it. Even though she said that, and I knew they'll get ready to do me like that, I still, because there was nothing I could do. So I wasn't going to cuss her out and be nasty. It wasn't her fault, but I knew she wanted it too because she said she wanted it. And she's like, this is a step down to us. We bought the unit for our children to stay over here, but something happened with her husband's money, and he had to end up staying here instead of letting his children stay here. And when she was putting me down, like she was better than me and above me, I still didn't cuss her out. I still didn't put her out. I said, you could stay in here. I said, you want to go upstairs? And she said, no. I said, well, just let you know, I'm not mad at you. I'm just really hurt that my ex would do that with your husband. And she's real sneaky. And I know too, the past few months or so, she's been listening through the wall. The walls are so thin, I don't care. Because they all know me. And excuse me, I don't have any secrets. I'm not a scary two-faced bitch. So whatever I said to you behind your back, I'm saying to your fucking face. And she knew her husband didn't like me, but she didn't know why. So I let her stay. She said, I don't need to look nowhere else. I said, I'm just telling you how dirty he's been. He won't fix nothing in his flood. That's why I've become so sick. And she said, it's okay. We're gonna take care of that. We're gonna renovate everything. And it was like she was happy that they was doing that to me. While she acted like she was sorry because now she got to know me, and she was like, you're really not a bad person. You're a beautiful person inside and out. And I really feel bad that I didn't tell you and I treated you like that all this time. And she just started hugging me and acting like she felt so bad for me that I thought she was one thing. And she even said how her husband and some other niggas was watching my video talking about, damn, she was bad when she was young, when they were looking at my 2007, 2008 and talking about, damn, she's still bad now. She don't look much different. And he was looking at your ass. And I told him that he better stop. Don't go too far. I don't mind you watching her and compliment a woman, but you're going too far. And I said, y'all been watching my old video, and it was like watching penis power clips and vagina power clips. And so she knew that he was attracted to me, and I still didn't say nothing. And then when she came back, like a day or two, I knocked on the door. It was in the evening time, and I was upset because me and my ex had got into an argument. And I said, can you talk to me? Can you come over and talk to me? And then she said, I can't talk to you no more. I can't come over your house. And your husband said, I can't be your friend no more. And I need my phone back. And so I just said, okay, I understand. And then She slammed the door, and the next day I came outside and she started talking to me outside. She was like, look, I don't want to stop being your friend because I see you're a good person, but he told me I better not feed you anymore. You can't use my phone, and don't buy you no more groceries from the store, and don't knock on my door no more, and don't knock on her door, and don't go in her house. I don't want you talking to the bitch no more. And I said, you know what? I never told you, but I know why I think he don't like me. And I told her what happened. She said, what? I said, yes. She said, let me ask you something. And she looked at me like she wanted to fight me. She said, did you fuck my husband? And I looked her in her eyes. I said, I did it. And I stopped. I told him to stop coming over my house at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, bring me breakfast and get in my house. I said, he grabbed me, stuck his tongue in my mouth. And he's so big and tall. We'll show you the picture. You'll see how big and tall this man is. I'm only 5'2". I couldn't fight him off. After that, I ain't want my house no more. And I kept telling my ex, please tell him stop coming to my house. So he'll laugh and talk with you. And then when you leave, he calling and he keeps texting and ring my doorbell trying to fuck me and tell me to look in the front, my porch, my closet and my porch. And he done left all kind of food for breakfast, food for lunch. Asking me that I need some money. And I just throwed it away. And I said, no. I told her, and she looked me in my eyes, and I looked in her eyes. And she saw in my eyes I didn't do it. And then she opened her arms real big and wide. She said, come here. And she grabbed me and hugged me. She said, thank you for not fucking my husband because he has done this before and he told me that he wasn't doing it no more. She said, thank you for not fucking him. And I said, I didn't know you, but I would see you coming in and out. And you never spoke, but I knew you was his wife and you just, thank God, you was able to get up and walk again. I didn't want to do that to you and then have to smile in your face. And we lived right next door knowing what I had done. And she said, I know you didn't do it. She said, I'm looking at you and I'm feeling your spirit. I know you didn't do it. But I still can't talk to you no more because I'm not finna leave my man. And I said, okay. And she started being distant after that. But then she would speak when she come out. But then she wouldn't talk to me. And then that's why I said when Shannon sat there Thursday and saying, I told her everything you said about her, you couldn't have told everything I said about her because this story I'm telling y'all, Shannon didn't know unless the lady has told her because I never repeated it. I never told y'all. I never said bad things about her. I always said bad things about him, but I said it to his face because he kept coming in my yard and she kept putting people in my yard. So I knew she let me know. She been with for 30 years. She know about his shenanigans and the cheating, and you let me know you're gonna stay with him till you die. So I have constantly had to fight with them because they keep fucking with me about my own property, about my own parking spaces. I never got into all that with her. I might have mentioned it one time. She was on the phone. They parked in my space. I said, get out of my space because I don't want to deal with your father, her husband. I don't like your husband. You don't like me. Get out of my space to avoid any confrontations. That's all I said. Um, I never felt resentment towards the wife. We never had any run-ins or disagreements until now. That's why I was really shocked when I saw her rubbing Shannon and tell the police that I did this to her and I've been stalking her, knowing what y'all watched her do. And I'm like, wow, this lady hate me so much with her husband. Excuse me, you want to see me dead? And I didn't know why because I didn't do nothing to this lady. It's just like if y'all stay off my property, I don't even come on yours. So I have to say if you stay off mine, stay off yours because I never went on it. I can't stand her husband. That's public knowledge. I didn't say that to Shannon behind her back. She knows that. He fucking knows that. You know that from the other video last night. The other night when she first came out here. Now it's I told him everything you said, which means you lied on me. But you know what? That lady's old enough to fucking know better. Because she's actually engaged me as a human being. But you don't want to like me. You clearly don't like me either for the dirty shit they just did to me. I'm going to tell you one more story and then I'm going to take a break right now. This is what I want. I need y'all to do all your rituals, your desires, of everything you need to manifest and bring to you or get people out of your life or get justice for what they've done to you. You do it today on 11/11. This energy will carry into next week, probably next 2 weeks, but you want to do it this weekend. 11/11 is today. What I want to do is y'all donate right now, which I know y'all been donating and to help me get protection. And y'all see that I didn't do this. I didn't do nothing to her. And for y'all didn't believe me, think I was making it up. Y'all see bitches really threatening to come over here, and they come over here and throw shit in my yard and try to fight me, do dirty shit. And I need protection because I'm not getting ready to move at this time. You all are saying I can't move if I want to because I would have to sell it. I don't know. I don't know anybody would buy it at this time. And to be honest with you, I don't want to because of what's going on in the area. I'd be a fool to let this property go at this point. And my ex gave it to me below market rate. So I need protection and security while I'm here. But also, I'm continuing to do my rituals. I want to do one tonight. If you want to be on it with me to do it, I need to do. I'm not even going to give you a certain price. I just want you to donate so you will still partake of the energy and feel the energy with me tonight. And you can replay it and listen to it. The energy will still be strong and effective. Now, I will tell you right now, Christians, don't get on the live because I'm calling Lucifer. Don't get on the live. Don't bring your fake ass over here because I'm with that dumb shit. I'm going all the way dark side. And that's who I'm calling and that's what I'm doing. So if you don't want to hear that and you ain't about that, you don't believe in that, it's fine with me. Um, I got Zelle, baby. You can hit me, Joseph, on my email. And you can be here and you can benefit off the live energy and you can come back and you can look at it and still benefit off the energy. Cause we straight with the dumb shit tonight. So I'm just asking you to give a love offering as well as for my security fund and for the ritual. I'm finna light it up now and get the herbs and stuff together. And see, that's another thing about her. When she kept saying she wasn't coming on the property. Y'all see all them fires I had out there? Those had herbs and Palo Santo and certain spirits in them that came up out of the ground. When Nipsey told me to go out there and dance, it activated some ones and y'all thought I was just dancing. But when I was spitting the rum, I'm lighting a cigar, all these were being activated. And I'm gonna say this, and don't ask me to go no further. You know who visited me, brother? Panic. Brother Panic. See, I spoke to Brother Panic before. It was when we both started getting started, and Bobby him at around 2007, 2008. Brother Panic contacted me, and we talked on the telephone. To be honest with you, we started talking and I liked his energy. I liked what he was teaching in the vibe, even though he was a little scary to me. He was a little creepy to me because I wasn't ready to be where I am now and deal with the Lucifer side, the dark side. So, Brother Panic, we were talking on the phone one night and he said, I love women that are spiritual. And he said, I love like Creole women's and women like what he said, Marie Laveau. He was dealing with a priestess from New Orleans. And he said, like you, I love sexy women that's light skinned and real spiritual. He said, I want to be with you. And I said, I'm not like that. Even though I talk about sex and stuff, I'm not gonna meet you and just screw you right off and have open sex. And we can be friends, but I'm not like the women you deal with that are spiritual. And y'all do these spiritual, sexual kind of orgies and retreats and stuff. And he was talking very sexual to me, and he was a very sensual, sexual man. And I didn't know him. We was on the phone and I wanted to get to know him and just be friends at first, but he wanted to take it. I mean, just go. He's the type of person. He was very aggressive and he just jumped. He told me straight up. He just like me. He's like, I want to fuck. I want to fuck you. I like you. I want to be with you. And I said, I mean, I was so shocked that he was so forward. So anybody that knows him, I mean, I don't care if you say I'm lying, but I'm not going to take it back because I really talked to the man. If y'all know him, y'all know that man could be like that. He's very sexual. He's very sensual. He like to fuck. He know how to fuck. And he's very intelligent. And he's a deep teacher, deep thinker, very open-minded. So, Lisa, thank you. It's Georgia time. I need to get myself together now. So I don't know what time it is. I'm going to let you know. You'll know when I'm live. It's going to be in the next few hours because it's getting dark outside. Um, I wasn't comfortable because I don't meet men and just because I find them sexy and I like things about them, I'm not gonna just get into bed. So I just calmly told him I would like to get to know you, but I don't want to just jump into bed with you. And he got upset with me. He hung up on me. We never spoke again. And next thing I know, I heard he had moved to Stone Mountain, Georgia, and he had, I think, two wives. I'm not sure if he really had two wives. Thank you, baby. So it came 4:30, about six, between 6 and 7. We're gonna get it started, and I'm gonna leave it up here. So y'all start donating what you can now. And if y'all want to do these on a regular basis, we're gonna do them on a regular basis, and you can download it. I don't care. You can share it. You can re-listen to it whenever you want to. I have some of my equipment here. I just hadn't set it up um with the tripod and the camera, so it's in the box that I figured out. I'm not a tech person. I gotta learn. So I'm thinking about that too, because I want to make sure y'all see it. But if you can't see me filming it all, I will show you the flames, and you will hear me doing the prayer. And I'm telling you up front. So if it's something you're not comfortable with, don't come. You'll hear it anyway. If you Christian motherfuckers and you scary motherfuckers, come over here and you hear it and me calling Lucifer, you're going to hear me calling. And if it's something you don't agree with, you can leave once you hear it. But I'm telling you right now, that's what it is. So you won't even come. This is not going to hurt you all. You won't have any bad karma for what I'm calling and doing because it's for protection and destruction of enemies. That's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. It's for our protection. So you're not going to have any bad luck for listening to me. I'm calling them, not you. No, nothing bad's going to come through there to attack you from listening to me. You need to decide what you want really bad, what's protection from enemies, money, love, success. This is 11/11. This whole weekend, we might do it again tomorrow because the energy is so strong and the energy is so strong and them trying to murder me and take my life. And Kim Daddy was right when he said it's war on your property. Different people done did black magic and sent dark spirits in your house to try to kill you and take you out. Or set you up for somebody to be drawn to you and take you out. They own the yard and they own Shannon. And you better watch this house down there and throw outside what I tell you throw outside. Because you in war. He said blood red. This is war. They trying to bring blood from you. They want you killed for revealing the truth. And brother Panic came in here. He said, I didn't send them to you before. He said, but I've been knowing about it. He said, they finna try to take you out of here. He said, but I'm getting chills. He said, I'm here. And I'm telling you what they're doing and how they're doing it, what they've been doing in the conscious community. I didn't say nothing to you. But he's a part of the conscious community. He said, I'm telling you now. He said, all hell hold up the Baphomet, goddammit. Alexis, hold up the Baphomet. Because they finna try to take you down. Hold up the Baphomet. And I just thought, let's not say, Brother Panic, you could have been said something to me. I didn't never say anything bad about you. I ain't do nothing to you. You just said that we had that little disagreement. Because you didn't want to, you was too impatient. You didn't want to get to know me. And you want to jump right in and you turned on me. I said, but he said, I know exactly the route. I'm finna tell you. Throw it up and do what I tell you. So y'all can become, do the reading, do the reading. I said, I can't tell them this because this is going somewhere else. He said they finna try to kill me. He told me. And then Kim Daddy said he let me see the shadows, and he said they sent, and the spirit they sent start talking to me and telling me who sent them. God damn it! I mean, he said they finna try to take your life. See, I've been knowing. I just didn't. Send your donations now. Okay, we're gonna do this before the night is over. Brother Panic came in here and he said, "Do you know who you are? Do you know what you are, Alexis?" He said they're doing this now. They've been trying to kill you. He said they sending the spirits in here now. Hold up the Baphomet. And I said, God damn it, I'm with it. I'm with it now. I wasn't ready when you called, God damn it, but I'm sure ready to goddamn answer now. What you want me to do? He started telling me. Then this bitch pulls up with the neighbors. He said, Alexis, they're not going to be able to do it. I'm going to let you die. I know I was wrong. I should have said something. He said, I couldn't say nothing. He said, because I was a conscious community. He said, now, Alexis, I'm not going to let them take you out. I'm not going to let them take you out. He said, come. And I told my assistant, she said, what? I said, yeah. I know they don't like what I said about Lauren London. They don't like what I said about Queen of Four. And they threatened to kill me all this time, so they thought they were gonna do it with magic. I know you don't like what I said, but this is the thing. I don't take back nothing that I said. And y'all have seen a lot of things I said, Nipsey said come true. I know that will create a lot of hatred towards me and death towards me, but I'm not trying to talk this woman. I've never contacted her. I've never said anything to her. I've never stalked her. I've never harassed her. I just put out the readings I believe this man is saying to me. And I know, I understand. It's caused a lot of hatred towards me, but they were trying to kill me before that anyway. Now she's just joined with them and added to it. Those spirits that came here, they sent them some big spirits, some dark demonic spirits. They said they were supposed to kill me. Polite was in here talking, identifying them, and Kim Daddy was identifying it. She said, war now, war on your property, war. Didn't I tell y'all? And then y'all see this here happen, but I'm the mental ill person. I'm the crazy person. They don't want you to listen to me. They don't want you to support me. They don't want you to talk to me. They don't want you to listen to my reading. But so far, everything I have said to y'all have come true. I'll wait a little bit later. If y'all have tried to get me together, send it. I'll wait a little later. Ugh. Let me tell you this one more story, and I'm gonna go. Her daughter, that's not this man's daughter, Wendell. His wife has a daughter. We'll show you the picture on their Facebook page. Her daughter is cute and has a beautiful smile. Her daughter was living here in the condo to make sure nobody broke in or watch what's going on. Her daughter was a drug addict and a pill popper, popping perk and Molly and getting drunk. And what her daughter would do, we called the police on her so many times and to get in touch with the owner for her to make her daughter stop. Her daughter was fat, real fat, had a little boy, but had a really pretty face, pretty smile. Her daughter would wait till after midnight and turn the country music up real loud. All these types of country music and be over there high with a nigga over there that she was getting a fighting with that jumped on her one night. I called the police. Everybody in the neighborhood called the police because it was so bad. She was sneaking him in behind her mama and her stepdaddy back, and he wasn't giving no money. They was paying the rent. She didn't even have to work the rent. He fucking her, then called the police. He talking to me one night. He got out. He stood in front of the yard in front of her. He said, you are over here snorting cocaine and you are popping pills over here high and you a hoe and your pussy stank and you gonna call the police on me to get me locked up when you been sneaking me in here fucking me and let me stay in here for free and I ain't have to pay no bills. He said, you a drug addict, you just be snorting all that powder. And then I was talking to her and she would apologize for the music, but then do it again the next night. He sat there and said she was on drugs. He whooped her ass and she had the police locking him up. So her and her husband came over here. She still didn't know what he did, and I didn't tell. And she apologized to me for her daughter. But then she would leave and her daughter kept doing it. This was like 2013, 2014. How do I remember? Because my son had got out of prison and my son was staying here and going in and out of here between my house and other people's house. So he was outside one day. I got up early and we didn't like her. We wanted her to leave because she kept doing this till 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning. High, playing music all night long. And her mother just kept coming to apologize, but would never make her leave. And she would not obey her mother and would not stop. She would listen to now ring your round and do-si-do. Hi ho, turn around, now grab your partner, swing it low. I said, is this real as some white folks over there? Because I didn't know niggas listen to that type of goddamn music. And that's right, Ashe Panic. I love him for what he did. Even though he didn't speak my this time, he came to me this time. I started cussing, talking shit, and telling me what I better do. He said, they finna try to kill. He said, but I got you. I'm right here, though. I said, okay. I'm going to trust your ass this time. He said, I'm sorry. I see now how you are. You're not what they said. I'm going to help you. I'm going to fight for you. He said, they're doing this. I'm not going to let this happen. Alexis, listen to me. Act now. You don't have a lot of time. So they're going to try to kill you. Okay. I didn't say nothing to nobody. Y'all said you talked to him. You heard him. I ain't said nothing to y'all. I said, no, I ain't getting that. because I couldn't tell you what was going on or what he said. I'm telling you now because you see it come true. With the man, he said out next, I'm not gonna let him kill you. I'm the bridge. Throw it up. Throw up the Baphomet. Can chills now saying it. Anyway, I come outside one morning. My son is talking to her daughter. And I told him what she had been doing, and he was feeling like he heard it. He said, "Why you do that to my mama? Why you over there with the loud music?" She said, "I didn't mean to hurt your mama. I'm not trying to do nothing to hurt your mama. We was just, to be honest, we was over here drinking and we was getting high and got out of control." And she admitted she was high and doing this stuff. Now, you know what? I cussed my son out. I don't agree with this, but all I know is this. She don't know I know to this day. He went over there and she started offering my son drinks and they hanging out. And then he come back home, walking across the little threshold, grinning. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I just came from over there at their house, me and their daughter." He said, "Mama, she real cool." And I asked her why she doing my mama like that. And she said she didn't mean no harm. He said, "Mama, she get high." Because my son admitted to me, he said she pop pills. You know, Mama, I like Molly. He said she snort powder. He said, "Mama, she got it all over there." She was flirting me, told me she liked it, me, and started rubbing on my dick. And I said, "Please don't do that." I said, "Okay, if you do it, can you get her to turn the music down?" I mean, I said, "I'm just asking, can you do that for your mama?" He went over there later that night. He said they was drinking. He popped the pills. She on the pills and powder. He went and fucked her all in her ass on the sofa and bent her all over and said she was a freak and that she had no drawers on, put her sundress on, and was throwing her asshole, old man, all that. Fucked her all in the mouth, fucked her all in the ass. And he said she got some good pussy, so he sat there and fucked her. They both over the high all night. All I know is whatever he said to her and asked her, you gotta do my mama like that, and walked up in her. He walked up in her ear. My son cute. She thought he was cute, and she liked his eyes. He goes over there, talks to her, and asks her to stop doing his mom like that. So I don't know. I can't say. When I talk back to him, I'm gonna ask him. I don't know if y'all played Let's Make a Deal. Well, I'll stop it, or I'll watch it at night if you let me watch that thing, and um, I'll back it up. We can work something out. And all I know is he stayed over there maybe half the night. And he came back the next day. She was looking relaxed and exhausted. "Hi, how you doing?" I said, "Hey, how you doing?" All I know is the music had started coming down. I didn't hear it all that night. And I'm not sure how many times he went back over there. And I said, "How could you do that?" He said, "I mean, Mama, she was a real nice girl. And, she was cute. She got some good pussy." I said, "You know what? I don't believe you did it. I told you not to fuck the neighbors and stuff. And I really can't believe you would do some dirty shit like that." He said, "What's dirty about it?" I mean, she started telling me that, you know what, man, see, I mean, the music did stop. She stopped doing that all night. Then had a boyfriend locked up. I said, did you tell her that if she has him locked up, y'all gonna be together?" Some mama, hell no. I just want some pussy. I just got out. I want some pussy. I said, "But some fat pussy though, he's, I mean, mama, at this point, I ain't turning them down but my goddamn call. I've been in jail. I don't want no niggas. I want some pussy." He said, I mean, she was nice. We was getting high. I mean, a lot of things when you get high and drinking and stuff. He said, a lot of things don't look so bad or, look so goddamn big. He said, especially they know what they doing. And I said, I never told anybody until now. Never told anybody. Because he asked me, he's like, "Mom, I don't want to embarrass her." But see, now I'm telling because of what they did to me. So that's my son. I don't know how his thing look. I don't know what he do with his thing. It must got some good, must be that good. Uh, all I know is that maybe it's a coincidence after he went and talked to her. Maybe they just talked. Maybe my son's lying to me. But I noticed that after he stayed over there tonight, she begged him not to leave. And This went on all night. I just noticed that the music stopped playing, like all that loud music from 12 midnight to 5 o'clock a.m. 5 6 o'clock in the morning. That's all I noticed. And he told me what happened and what she did. He said she made a pass at him, pulled his pants down, put a mouth. I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna get into anything else, but I believe it happened. Because I look now, she smiled at me when she saw me. She was very pleasant and friendly. And she's like, I'm sorry, I take the music down. And she doesn't know that I know. Yeah, Shannon, Michelin Man, Perks McGee. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna take a break now because this is very difficult for me, and I don't mind showing you how I feel. I'm very heartbroken about this. I can't believe someone would do something this dirty, but then again, when it's spiritual warfare, thank you, baby. Thank you, Sophia. And somebody want to do something dirty to you, but I didn't do nothing to Shannon. She was already plotting this on me. I didn't do nothing to her. See, that's why it was so easy for her to try to. I believe she tried to provoke this and set it up to lead to this altercation when she refused to get Kim's daddy food and started an argument about it and said, I made it all up. Because I'm telling you, the day we did the dancing with the red outfit on, me and her had no disagreements. We had no arguments. I paid her to come over here. And then her son even said I had to pay him just to hold the camera up. So I did. That night he came though, he didn't pay for it, but he still didn't give me all my footage. He said, you don't owe me nothing. He said, Miss Alexis, I really like you and I like working with you and I like creating the sets with you. And me and him got along so well. You know, he's a gay man. And so the feminine part of him was very creative like me. And we would have the same thoughts. And me and her son could work together very well. It's like we both read each other's thoughts and we vibe with each other. And he said, can I call you auntie? Because I really love working with you and I like your spirit. And he said, I think that you're pretty. You don't even look your age. And I'm honored to tape you and work with you. And thank you for giving the offering to my grandmother. Just when she gets out and tells me, look at her fat and grab her fat, he said, he turned his head and started looking at the wall. She stopped playing the music. He said, Mama, why did you stop playing the music? And come out. Why don't you stay out of grown people business? Mom, we playing the next set. Why don't you turn the music on? And she goes in the car and he said, turn the music on. I said, turn the music on. She wouldn't turn the music back on and act like she didn't hear us. He had to walk there. He said, Mama, it's getting dark. I'm trying to film this idea. I directed, produced this idea for Miss Alexis. I said, yeah, he's very talented. And we had the same thought and the same idea. And she still wouldn't do it. She would just turn the music off. I knew then that something was very wrong. And I knew she was going to start some dirty shit with me. And you see, that's the last time we taped. I started backing away. And that's when she did what she did with Kim's father. And then said I started it with her. And Mina was on the phone. And I had the other client that heard her call me names when I picked up the phone. From the moment I picked up the phone, she was doing it. And she said, wow, the same lady that's encouraging you, get it, Lex. Where's the walker? Where's the wheelchair? Where's the cane? Like she love you. That's her. I said, that's her. It's funny how spirit moves. You happen to hear it. She said, I heard it and I testify that I heard her do it. Yes, throwing a fit like a 10-year-old. But when you do wrong and I caught you in the wrong, this isn't the first time she did it to me. She did it in 2019. Me and her stopped speaking for a few months until she came back and apologized. She did it in 2020, disrespecting the dead, disrespecting me. She already knew how you treat people that are physically dead and set their altars up. This was not the first time. So she knew she was wrong. She kept doing it and then would laugh about it and think she could come back. This was the third time I said, you're not coming back anymore. We're done. This is the worst time. And you did this and threatened to kill me because I won't pay. I won't let you give me some candles and some tuna fish and shit and hold the camera up. But yet you told him you did pay me. So dirty and you're such a liar. I don't want you around me. Let's just go our separate ways. Nobody will ever know why we fell out. I will never mention you. You don't tell my business. I don't tell your business, which I don't really have a lot to tell. I don't have any secrets. And she's never been in my house. See that I just want to prove a point to you when she said she don't have a TV. She don't have any appliances in her house. A broke bitch. How could I be broke when it's not my choice? Whether I like it or not, I have to pay thousands of dollars in taxes every year, whether I like it or not. I will lose my place to live. Somebody could easily swoop and pay my taxes, and then they take my property from me. I can't be broke and maintain a house. Everything I needed to do, of course, I don't have it all to fix it right now, but I'm working on it because he left it in disrepair. instead of fixing it like he should have done the right thing, trying to hurt me and get back at me. But you know what? I'm past that right now, because we have talked and he's not my enemy. I'm not his enemy. And I don't even want to keep on going back and forth and doing vicious shit. We need to really continue to get along where somebody just tried to take my life. So that's a lie. We know that's a lie because everybody has to pay property taxes, and I clearly have to pay them. I'm not a renter. So that's a lie. When she said I had nothing, she said she has no TV, no electrical appliances in her house. Shannon's never been in my house. She doesn't know what I have in here. And that's only the reason why I showed y'all the television last night. And this the stuff that you saw, that's not clutter. I'm not a hoarder. Those are still my belongings that are packed up that I'm just not comfortable unpacking them. I'm not going to unpack anything that was packed. So when you see boxes or something, a pouch, that's all of my belongings that when I had to try to pack at the last minute, I paid a lady to come pack. I'm not gonna unpack them. Even my clothes are packed up. Where the girl put them in bags, I never took them out. What I'm probably gonna do is just give it away because it's things I don't wear anymore. That's what you're seeing, not hoarded things that I bought. They're my things are still packed in boxes. I don't feel comfortable taking them out. And the television, excuse me, I'm crying. So I had the congestion in my nose. I got to clear my nose. I'm sorry. That was up there with the boxes. I've never used it. As you can see, if you can't tell, that's a brand new flat screen TV that he gave me a couple of years ago. And before we fell out, I never, probably 3 years, I never turned on. He's bought the antenna and everything connected to it. That's why I wanted to show you, just to show you that this lady is a pathetic, pathological, compulsive liar. She just keeps trying to discredit me so bad. And you see, I always come back with receipts to show that she's lying. We're still waiting for her to prove that she's not fired from her job because of me. She didn't get fired. She's still working there. She says she also has another job making more money. This is Thanksgiving and Christmas where everybody has to buy their children and people they love clothes, shoes, and gifts. This is a very important time. Why would you get another job right now when you had a secure job? Because some white people liked you, they trusted you, you picked that job, they saw your background check was clean, and we know that's a lie. So something you did fraudulently to cover up the background, because I have the real background and we put it out in public, and I'm waiting for you to prove that that's not your report. Put your real report up since that's a lie. Everything I'm saying is a lie. I got all these receipts on you. We got receipts on your husband pleading guilty at 14 to fucking his brother in the ass. See, I didn't know that till now because I believed you and I believed him when you said his mother set him up and then died before she could correct it. So now he has to get an appeal lawyer and overturn the case because you said he never did it, but he's admitting it. I didn't know he actually admitted it. So why would you leave your job now and go get another one during this holiday period? Then she said, I haven't been fired. So are you still employed? We've been asking her, people ask her, this is, we know this is where you work. We know this is the office you're at. We know this is the phone number. Do you want us to call and ask them? They're not answering today. I guess they're closed on the weekend. But you said you still work there. You're still employed there, that you're not fired and that I'm lying. But you cannot prove that you're no longer their employee. I don't think that lady lied. I don't think the vice president over the whole Southeastern region would lie on you. You're nobody to her, especially now that she saw what you did live on camera. They saw you in action. You think that high profile white woman finna put her whole company at risk for somebody, a dumb nigga like you? Excuse me, a dumb light-skinned nigga like you? And you are right there at her front desk. So you know what? She is a dumb bitch. Excuse me. That lady was, I helped that lady dodge a bullet in the future. I said I had to warn you because of what future liabilities. If it's not to me, it's going to be to somebody else. You have her at that front desk, all the drug reps for all the drugs, and to see the doctors come where? To the front desk. She's getting all this information. She's knowing all the doctors. She's knowing the drug reps. She's knowing the drugs they're leaving. She's knowing the patient's name. She knows what drugs the patient is getting. She's getting friends with the nurses and the other nurses' aides that are low level like her that work at the front desk. And she is putting this white woman, this powerful white woman, done got a fake clearance. They done told her she's a fake. She done put this woman she's the head over the front desk. They get all the information on all the patients and all the drugs. She done put the fox in the hen house right there at the front desk, and this bitch was blocking my calls so that nobody would know I knew. I wanted this whore so bad that this was 7 o'clock, this was 8 o'clock, this was 9 o'clock, this was 10 o'clock. She was blocking me. And that's when she didn't know that I was at the website, and I knew I had took it upon myself to get to know everybody that was above her so I could call them, and I was finna get an Uber. If nobody helped me, I was finna get an Uber to where the head doctor, he's the top doctor. If you look at the list of doctors, he's the number one. So I knew he was the number one stunner and the creator or one of the owners of it. I was finna go to where I knew he was working at today. That's how bad I wanted her, because they wouldn't answer in Riverdale. I was leaving messages in Riverdale. I'm leaving messages in Decatur. I'm leaving messages at John Creek. I'm leaving messages at the Moreland Avenue. All they offices in Georgia. I'm leaving messages. I'm looking where else. I'm calling the 1-800 number. I'm leaving on Instagram. I'm leaving on Facebook. She don't know how bad I want this hoe. She don't know how bad I want to taste her. How much I want to experience you. How I want to consume your flesh. You don't know. You think I just got a phone number and I don't know the name of the office. I don't know where you are. But you don't know I'm all in your butt right now. I'm all in your ass. I'm in your cock. I'm in your mouth. I have surrounded you with my essence. I can feel your heart. I can hear your thoughts. Because the spirit on you is talking to me. So then I said, oh, I went everywhere I could go in Georgia unless I physically go to this doctor, because I'm going to sit down and meet with this doctor, because this one is the one. This is a head one. And I'll start going down the line meeting all the other doctors. And then I will go to the nurses. But one way or another, I must experience you. I must break you because you said I was weak. So I said, oh, I will now start going to all the offices in New Jersey. And I told the lady, I said, would you please do one thing for me? She's blocking me. Unblock me in Georgia. She said, I'll do better than that. I'm going to go to the vice president and director over the whole southern region. I wanted her so bad. I was standing in my hallway after I had kept calling. And in between calling them, I would keep calling her back. Take the ultimatum. She wouldn't take the ultimatum. She wouldn't listen. I wanted her so bad that I was standing here stinking. I was stinking. I hadn't brushed my teeth. I hadn't washed my pussy. I hadn't washed my ass. I wanted her so bad. I couldn't even wash my ass until I get her. I couldn't think. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I couldn't take no bath. All I wanted was her. That's all I wanted. I'm standing there pussy stinking, and cause that's how much I want you. I'm so into you. I'm so into you. Yeah, I'm like, I'm on your, it's like SWB. I want you so bad. I'm so into you. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't take no bath. I can't get nothing to eat. I'm stinking, baby. I'm, I'm lobbed up. I'm loud. I'm loud like a loud pack. I cannot wash up. I didn't have anything to eat. I didn't comb my hair. I didn't change my clothes. I could barely drink water because the only thing I could think about and feel was her. Move forward. Kiss my ass. You kiss my ass. This lady's still threatening me right now. And this is a legal case, and this lady's trying to kill me. And you're telling me to move forward? Oh no. Oh no. This is a legal case. This lady tried to take my life and threaten me. You kiss my ass. This lady has broken the law and then take my life. And you're telling me that I'm supposed to let this go. And she's still calling me saying you're a dead bitch. You have got to be out of your motherfucking mind. You don't tell me what to do on my page, bitch. You don't like that I'm going to get justice? Anybody don't like it, don't come back over here. You will not do something like that, that illegal and that vicious and that violent, and walk away. If people heard the policeman the other day, he even said, take a restraining order out on her. And he said she's not supposed to come over here no more. And he told him, let me catch her here. And you're thinking, I'm supposed to not take a restraining order out. I'm not supposed to stand up for my rights and protect myself. And I'm supposed to let this go. Bitch, you are out of your mind. Anybody that thinks that you're out of your mind, you let someone do that to you or who you love. You will not do that. All the dirty shit y'all saw her do to me, and the next door neighbor did it with her, and you think even the police said don't let it go. And I'm telling anybody that this is done to or your loved one, you better fight. Something this low down is clearly illegal because the police thought so. And she has a report against her, not me. Don't you ever let nobody do this to you. And then let it go. You are asking to have your fucking brains blown out. If not by her, but somebody else that will do it because they see that you allow this shit to go on and you continue. And this is illegal in the state of Georgia. And I'm sure it's illegal everywhere else. And you think I'm going to let this go. I eat, sleep, and dream her. And in the daytime, all I do is think of you. All I do is think of you. You will not get away with doing this. You have broken the law and you need to pay for it. Yes, April, the neighbors need to pay and be accountable too. Everybody needs to know what he did and what his wife did. Thank you, 12. You heard him. Did the police tell me to let it go, 12? Did the police tell me to go on with my life, 12? He said she's not supposed to be over here. I said, what about visiting them? He said she's not supposed to be over here to visit them either. Get the order. That's what you heard him say. And that's what I told you. You will see me. And the way I handle this will either make you do two things: respect me or disrespect me. Because I know this is a lesson for me. Because women have done this to me for years. And now I'm going to fight back. And you all will see it. So you either respect what I'm doing, or you stop speaking to me and you stop supporting me and you stop donating to me, and you will disrespect me because I am fighting. And I'm not going to stop fighting. But I'm going to resolve this little girl wound in me and all these issues in me once and for all. For fat women like this that want to come up and threaten me and run to my house and threaten to take my life, I'm not going to let her get away with this. Now, I know some of y'all know how I feel. Well, somebody's done you so dirty for no reason, and you want to get justice so bad. And like she started haunting me and taunting me like I was a rat in here and a maze, and you a big old cat or a dog coming to get me, like you finna do me in. If somebody does that to you and you know how I feel, you, and I know if some of you listening to this, or you will listen to me, that have been so relentless about getting revenge for the injustice against you that you can't comb your hair, you can't eat, you can't sleep until you do the same thing to them that they did to you. But the difference is I'm in the right and I'm the victim. And you make them pay for what they done. I couldn't see straight the other day because what they did to me, and I couldn't get nobody on that phone, and I was not going to be able to eat one meal or take a bath until I got justice for what she done to me. Don't act like you don't know. If you're a real grown ass woman that refuses and you're tired of letting people stomp you and kick you, you know how I feel. And you're a fool if you're not relentless at exposing the person and getting revenge for somebody that would do that to you, where that spirit take a hold of you, where you cannot rest until you get justice for what they did to you. Give a fuck how you took that shit I said. I couldn't lay down. I couldn't eat. I couldn't take a nap. Because all I could do was think of you day and night. That's all I do. Because you're obsessed with me. And you said, you are my match. And you're going to show me. And to be honest, I thank God this woman did this. Because I know that it's in divine order. Because this was a lesson that I needed to finally learn and stop letting women do this to me. When all I done is been kind to you. And I showed you kindness, I show you love. And you do this just like the woman I showed kindness and love. And she showed it back as if she was concerned. And then this lady set me up with her husband and with Shannon. And this is the first time I decided to stand up and fight and go all the way no matter where it goes. Y'all are not going to get away with doing this to me. I have no fear. I walk with God. I want my ancestors, and I know I'm innocent. I know I didn't do nothing to you to deserve this. And you were screaming that you were going to take my life while they were laughing and sitting there watching you until he wasn't watching you. And then you hurry up and get out of here. And but I did it to you, but you never called the police while you was at my house to say I was stalking you and filed a complaint against me. You never did. This lady's wrong. It's two left shoes, and this old bitch over here is too. And I don't care how you think about me. I don't care how you feel about me. I don't tell you Sparta over here. Sparta is 300 over here. It's 10 toes down over here. You will not do that to me. Throw me in a hole and try to cut my throat and take my life. And you think that I'm just going to sit here and kiki and I'm going to move on and let this go. You will pay for what you done. And you will think twice about coming over here doing that again. You can. I'm not going to stop you. But I'm not going to back down. You will pay this day. You are cursed. Bad things will come to you. You will not have good luck for what you done. You are already on the police radar. You are already on the federal watch list. And now you do this. And the police said that you are in the wrong, not me. You think I'm finna let this go so you can do it again and get away with the shit? Don't be. That's right, Ashe. That's right, X Marie. Ashe Marie, that's right. Throw it up. I deserve justice for what they did. And I don't care what you think. I don't care what you said about me. I am going to get justice for what she did to me. He had a Jamaican accent. He was Jamaican. Girl, he was so handsome and clean, and his accent was so beautiful. He was Jamaican. So I knew he knew what it was. Yes, light your candles. Yes, preferably black. And then if it's anything you manifest in love, money, have a candle for that. A black one to dispel evil against you, a black and red reversible. Green and black and green reversible, reverse money, evil against your money, black and red reversible, reverse evil against you. And then whatever other candles you led to do for what you're trying to manifest this weekend. Put your whole heart, soul, and energy in it. Like I told you, I was so involved in it. My life couldn't move forward. I couldn't eat, sleep, or wash my ass until I got her that day. Till I got her taken down out of that position. Because she was dangerous to that white lady that owned that company, baby. And she was a danger to the doctors and every patient in there. And she was leading to that doctor notepad in there. She had to be stopped. This lady had to be warned. When I saw this lady's face, I knew that this lady was not dirty and she was giving her a chance. And I knew that this lady needed to be warned because this was going to damage her business having. And then the bitch so dirty said, one thing I know that you don't, Alexis, I control all the entry points to this office through this phone. And one thing I know is you will never get through. You won't get through because I control this phone. I said, That's when I found other ways. And I said, get talk to the director. I want to speak to the director and the doctors. Or you pass the message. She said, I will do even better. I'm gonna get you the director. I said, she is controlling your phone. You don't know what a violent, desperate, lying junkie and drug addict you have controlling the phone over that entire office. You need to get her out of there immediately. She said, let me see. And I emailed her. She got quiet like the other lady got quiet. She said, oh my God. She said, you know what? Let me, she said, this is her. And she heard what she's saying. She said, oh my God, I can't, is this real? I can't believe. She said, give me a few minutes. I'm going to call the director directly. Directly. I don't care what you think, bitch. I don't care what none of you say. I will not let this go. I couldn't take me a bath and have me something to eat until I know I had got you. I had got you. I got you. Because you said I wouldn't. And you did, the shit y'all did was so low down to me that you thought that I was going to let you do that and go laugh and brag about it and still have you a job, getting a paycheck, knowing you was finna do that white lady down there at that doctor's office. You think that I was gonna sit here and let you do this to Drip? I know my ancestors was gonna give me your address and get justice for what you done. You was that see but you on my level. Checkmate.